Hello, everybody. Welcome to CCWC episode 30. I'm your host, as always, Captain Turbo, and joining me tonight, we have the ever-present Scarecrow,
Hi guys.
and we have the ever-loving Lolicon, OPMan 100.
Oh, hi, and god damn it, why is this fucking shit in New Jersey, of all places? Dump.
What's wrong with New Jersey?
New Jersey stinks.
I got two words for you. Jersey sucks. Word to CM Punk.
I don't know anything about Jersey, so I'll not comment on it. So, we are also supposed to be joined by our car crazy Canadian later on. I'm not certain if he'll be here or not, but just for now, you've got the three of us. So hopefully we can slug our way on through this Summerslam, the last Summerslam of the 1980s.
Yes.
And this is an interesting one. We actually have Tony Schiavone on a WWF pay-per-view. I think he only stayed with the company for about a year before he left for WCW. And of course, he did the whole butts in the seat thing. And I have no idea what's going on here. Is it recapping the storylines or something?
No, because it's probably like an opening intro to crap because it's the summer, everybody's having fun and all that.
Yeah, it's fun in the sun. Scarecrow's still there? Oh,
Yes.
sorry. Tell me, is this a typical American summer?
Back in the day,
Um,
yes.
I'm no comment.
I would say yes, back in the day.
I should point out, I don't think I've watched this one in a long, long time, so I actually can't remember what's going on in the show.
Why can't we have summers like this nowadays? But now it's like all just like sweat and fucking gunshots and police sirens.
Because during the summer, everybody gets loose and cocky and decides that, they want to be stupid.
You still got stupid people during winter. It's just that most of them are too
that's my people for you.
my people.
The Bears is hibernating, man.
Oh, not a bad way to start out here with the
My
Heart
foundation.
Foundation.
Brett the Hartman.
Brett the Hartman. And the first, unfortunately, the first victim of our curse, Jim the Anvil Neidhart.
Your curse. The crew curse.
Yep. Did you guys watch Elimination Chamber the other weekend?
Yes, I did.
Oh yeah.
Can I say a few things?
Well, here's the thing, dude. If you agree to take that censor out your part that you
Oh,
did on
shut
me.
up! Shut
Ooh.
Oh, fucking yes. By the way, fucking brainbusters. But carry on, like what you're saying.
up. Thing is like,
Nice.
making predictions and all that. I really needs to.
Oh yeah,
not take it too serious.
you got
I was so
3 points, I
pissed.
think. I got tied first. Fuck you.
I've been so pissed for these fucking predictions. And like, I should not be because it's just for fun and all that shit. But I'm taking it too
Oh
seriously.
god damn it, dude! Stop taking stuff seriously. It's just meant to be fun.
No,
For real. Ooh, nice.
I gave myself a headache that night.
Ah,
To be honest,
Don't do that.
I wouldn't have even minded losing that last point at the end if Kofi would have won.
oh. And now he's got to do the fast lane job.
Oh yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm sure it'll be a good match and all that, but yeah, because apparently they're booking Daniel Bryan versus Kevin Owens for Mania.
Hmm.
At least
Where
that,
in the fuck
I-
did you see that?
all over the internet, dude.
No, like where? This
Oh.
should have been on my Twitter feed somewhere with all the marks that I
I
have
think
on
it was
there.
either today or yesterday, but a bunch of sites I go to, Lords of Pain, the forum I visit, Cultaholic, all that
Bailey's ass.
stuff. Oh yeah, no, dude, that place is deep. You can't see anything. It's too dark. It's too big.
Mm.
Oh my god.
The Opie Dungeon?
No, he's not allowed there.
So thick.
Oh.
really ass.
By the way, just a heads up, this is actually probably a dream match I'd love to have seen years ago. Heart Foundation versus the fucking Brainbusters. Hell yes, give me this match so badly. Currently got Brett and Arn Anderson in the ring at the moment. Yes, thank you.
Double A.
Can we get a spine buster?
I don't think we'll get one this early in the match, unfortunately.
Oh.
But yeah, I mean, I enjoyed the Elimination Chamber. I felt that anything that wasn't the two chamber matches was kind of just there, though. Like
Yeah, that's
all the other matches, all the fucking segments and stuff, it felt like an extended version. It felt like a slightly bigger version of Raw at the end of the day. It just can't really say I enjoyed anything other than the two chamber matches.
and that's why I gave it a 2 out of 5 because it was mostly ass. It was filler, good stuff, more filler. Not gonna lie though, I did like start cracking up laughing when Finn pinned Leo Rush. I died.
Yeah,
I did not expect that win.
I mean,
No, I fully expected him to take the win. I just didn't expect him to get it that way.
I was expecting Finn to get it by DQ or something.
Uh-huh.
I don't really care anyway. I'd never cared about the Bobby and Finn feud, but you know, I love Finn as a wrestler. That match on that card, I just couldn't give a fuck about, to be honest. Hopefully they'll
It was
give.
better than Baron and Braun for the 900th
Oh
time.
god, that match was fucking boring.
And like 24 hours later, we got another Braun.
To be fair, that
That's-
second match was actually better on Raw.
That was better. The Ronda Rousey riot was better from last night.
It was
the other night.
all the Raw rematches that took place at Elimination Chamber were fucking better on Raw. It was stupid.
I know. A wasted pay-per-view.
It's like you'll give us your money for the crappy matches, but we'll give you the good matches here on live television.
On free TV.
On free TV, satellite, whatever the fuck you've got.
God damn, though, I did not. Look at Johnny Wrestling just dropping the belt already.
Oh yeah, he lost it to
Jesus, the dream.
Velen.
Dream.
He finally
Okay,
is a
fucking-
champion. Finally, everyone can
And it was
chill.
on fucking 205 Live, for fuck's sake. They didn't even
Are
do it
you
on
serious?
Yeah, they didn't even do it on NXT, for fuck's sake.
Okay, that was just wrong.
That was
'cause
stupid.
That was wrong. So what happened to Ciampa?
What happened to who, sorry?
To Ciampa?
Nothing, as far as I know.
No.
It was
why
Gargano.
would
It was
they-
Gargano that lost his title, not Ciampa.
But why would they have him drop it?
I assume because Gargano's probably going to be on the main roster soon. They're gonna, because apparently, according to other fucking dirt sheets and stuff, Vince is currently in a huff because there's no star power on the show and all that shit. So he's trying to bring up some of the bigger names from NXT and stuff, like the guys we've been seeing on Raw and SmackDown. He's bringing them up to shake things up a bit and all that shit. So I assume that's why Gargano dropped the NXT North American Championship.
Ricochet. That's all I have to say.
SmackDown's got more star power.
It
than Raw right
does.
now.
It does.
Sorry, say that again.
This SmackDown has more star power than Raw right now.
SmackDown's
does.
also a more consistently decent show. I wouldn't exactly call it a good show, but it's usually a lot more consistent in terms of decency. Raw is
Yes.
so fucking up and down, it's ridiculous. One week it can be really
It
good,
is.
and then the next week it can be the fucking drizzling shits.
I wonder how that superstar shakeup's gonna be like.
Terrible.
I
because
hate
half
it
of their
because
fucking roster's gonna be gone.
I
Sorry.
hate it because every time they shake things up, it never fucking works. The first time they did, when they did the original brand split again back in, what was it, 2016, 2017, whatever.
Yes.
Here's the thing, they actually had like 3 or 4 months of, they actually had 3 or 4 months where you could tell they were actually trying to build up both shows as legitimate, good shows with, putting some, putting some actual emphasis on storyline and shit, and trying to get all these mid-card characters up to be main events and stuff. And then when they did the fucking shake-up in February, it all just went to shit. was such a massive disappointment.
Mm-hmm.
By the way, there has been actually a pretty good match going on the actual SummerSlam video here.
Right. We actually might have good matches this time.
Well, it's the Heart Foundation and the Brainbusters. I hardly think you're going to get a bad match out of these guys.
The Brain Busters. We should have freaking Scott Steiner in it. He brain busts my brain with a math equation.
And it gives you a fucking aneurysm from your stupidity.
You have a 33% chance of winning.
I think Scarecrow may has disappeared again.
God damn it, Scarecrow.
I think he's trying to communicate, but it's all. I think he's trying to do most code right now.
Blink, blink, blink.
Yeah, there you
blink,
go. I can hear you again.
Blink, blink.
Blink, blink.
So yeah, I say, it seems like they're going to be aiming for Daniel Bryan and Kevin Owens at the moment. At least that's the rumor that's going around. To be honest, a year ago I would have wanted to see that. I'm not really too fussed right now, to be honest.
Might be an interesting match.
The problem is, I know they're trying to bring Kevin Owens. I think the plan is to bring Kevin Owens back as a face.
I don't know.
Okay. Brawl!
Bro.
I may not buy WrestleMania on principle if we get another fucking Braun Strowman Baron Corbin match, though.
What?
I'm sick to death of seeing that fucking matchup.
But it's Mania.
I know, but I don't know. I just don't want to see the match again.
Just go to the toilet when it's on, if it's on.
To be fair,
Every week.
yeah, this is a story that never ends.
Yes. So bad.
More than ever.
I would love. Here's the thing, though. If it does happen, yeah, that probably would be my toilet break match during that show.
Yep.
Oh,
Apparently, the SmackDown Women's title match is supposed to be Asuka versus Lacey Evans.
oh.
At Mania?
Yep. Apparently, after again, more rumors here. Nothing solid. The rumor is as soon as Ronda leaves after Mania, they're gonna try and have the main eventers of the women's division be Charlotte, Becky, and Lacey Evans.
Yeah, for some reason, yeah. From what I'm seeing, for some reason, they're trying to give Lacey Evans a huge push.
Yes, because she's blonde with big tits, and that's Vince's type.
Yep.
I don't have a problem with that.
Well, I do in the
I
fact that
like
she's.
Lacey Evans.
I like her, but not enough to see her as the women's champion anytime soon. I do like her character, but from what I've seen of her in the ring, she botched a lot of moves at the Rumble.
Blonde and busty gets me lusty.
I thought that.
Okay, then.
I mean,
Oh!
Damn.
Ouch. Okay, you say telegraph one more time, Jesse the Body.
oh
We
yeah.
gonna
Once
fight.
again, I cannot hear the fucking commentary. I assume these guys can though.
I
He
can't.
said telegraphed about 2 or 3 times back to back. It was almost Michael Cole-esque. It was so bad.
Vintage,
Pig-esque.
vintage Michael Cole.
Vintage Orton!
You can get the WWE Network for $9.99. Don't forget to download the WWE app. Oh god, fucking just after 2010, that fucking app for phones and stuff, they would show that fucking thing every single fucking match.
Right.
Yep.
Oh god, it got
But it was
unbearable.
good.
I never used it. I
good
had
back-
no enjoy. I had no. Ugh, I just hated it. I fucking hated Michael Cole so much during that time period.
Mike. Oh my god, I would like my 2.5, 3 hours back from watching that craptastic WrestleMania.
Oh yeah, you watched
Remember
WrestleMania
today?
2000 earlier, didn't you?
Yes, I did.
Oh my no.
Here's the thing, and I said the two triple threat matches. In triple threat, I mean the IC European title match and the tag team championship match.
That was a good match.
Those are two really good matches. And to be fair, I actually kind of like the 15-minute hardcore battle royal, even though it's a fucking mess.
I love that. I love hardcore matches.
Yeah, that whole what did they used to call it? Because they did a couple they did a pay per view of that like in 2008 or something where every was it the scramble match? They used
Yeah,
to call.
the championship scramble match.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was essentially a scramble match before it was called a scramble match. So
Those were crap.
they were, but as a hard with like the hardcore title on the line, it could be fun.
Okay.
Like for WWF title and IC title and all that, no, it doesn't work. But for anything else, yeah, I definitely wouldn't mind seeing it for the hardcore strap. And I remember because I started watching wrestling like 2 weeks after WrestleMania 2000. So
I just love the hardcore matches back in the day. The 24/7 rule and all that.
Uh-huh.
I will say
That's why
Crash Holly with the fucking hardcore title.
Oh, the Houdini of hardcore.
Elroy
he
Jetson
had
himself.
he had like 20 something reigns with the title or something.
He had a
God,
good
he
amount
was-
of them. I don't think he was the like number one like with highest amount of title reigns. I think that was either Raven or Stevie Richards.
No, I'm pretty sure he had the most because he had like 20 something.
I'm gonna rock a wiki.
Oh, goddamn! No, I am doing that.
No, I rock a wiki. You can probably do it faster than me because I'm having to use my my iPad here. So
Let's see. Yeah, you're right. Raven had the highest reigns. Yeah,
How many did Raven have?
27.
Oh.
27.
But see, I
Raven
wasn't
had-
watching much during that time. Crash Holly was the one I remembered, so.
Crash
had
Holly
20
had probably its highest peak. That's why you remember it.
Raven had
Yes.
20. Raven had 27 reigns. Crash Holly had 22.
And JBL had 19.
Like Crash Holly held it longer, 4 days longer than Raven.
Making Crash Holly the better champion.
Yeah.
Just kidding.
No, I
Or
agree
not.
with you on that.
Steve Blackman had the longest. Right?
The lethal weapon.
Oh, the lethal.
How did that happen?
Yeah, he combined days 172 days with 6
Oh,
reigns.
damn. Nice.
Oh, good old Al Snow. I love him. I loved watching him as the hardcore.
Why do you think I know a guy who is head?
What does
Because
everybody
Al Snow
want?
is his favorite wrestler.
But back to WrestleMania 2000, I still say the title match should have just been a one-on-one with Triple H and Rock.
I know. It was like one-on-one with Triple H and Raw for a while. I loved the botches on that fucking match.
Mick
That
Foley
one-
practically fucking crushing his ribs during the main event was
he
ridiculous on the
tried
announce
to
table.
elbow the Rock, but he was so low with his jump.
Yeah.
And then Triple H followed up, tried to break the table. He dropped an elbow on the Rock, but the table didn't give in.
That table was fucking stronger than the Japanese tables.
The third time it gave in. I love that.
Here's the thing, they proved the next month at Backlash that Triple H and Rock could do a proper main event one-on-one for the title.
Oh yeah. And also last night, I watched the TLC from last year.
Oh yeah.
I watched the women's one.
Oh, the Womb Wrecker.
I had to see the Womb Wrecker again.
The Womb Wrecker.
That's what I called it when Becky jumped and fell ass first onto Charlotte's stomach.
I remember. I was in the chat.
Oh, were you? Oh, sorry.
I was there.
She bounced. The way she bounced.
It looked fucking painful.
It did.
I just wanted to see a slow-mo impact replay. Oh, that was painful. Let's see it again.
Did you actually end up watching any? Because I know you said earlier you're watching.
Her ovaries just got scrambled.
Just got the pin.
Pardon? Oh, sorry.
Brainbusters win.
Yep.
Oh, brain busters.
Actually, a pretty good match there. We didn't talk about it, but obviously, if you're expecting play-by-play by us, then you're watching the wrong fucking video.
I'll be right back.
Yeah, no problem. Oh, dear me. I should call that move by Becky the Irish abortion or something.
Uh,
Oh,
I'm
well.
surprised she didn't like kill herself or something doing that.
I'm actually
To be
more
quite
concerned
fair.
about fucking Charlotte with that move.
Eh.
And then there was a point where Asuka got to motorboat Charlotte during that match as well, when they ran into the barricade. Hey, good old Dusty Road, baby. Oh, those fucking
And
polka dots.
he and his son are the only father and son duo to have held the NWA heavyweight title.
Oh, they are?
Yeah, I read it recently. I was like, damn, Cody is making a name for himself. But here's my thing. And now I have an opinion about AEW, and it's not negative. Here's my thing. How in the fuck are you going to run a company with 4 executive vice presidents? I understand.
I assume that there was probably an agreement before they even decided to go ahead with the company. That's the only thing I can
You,
assume anyway.
you can tell, but
I read-
good luck to them
Uh,
because they're having a whole bunch of the top talent. So
Here's the thing. At the moment, they're not really drawing in like a new wrestling crowd, but they are, at least gaining a lot of momentum with the wrestling fans that are still around at the moment. Everybody's currently got eyes on them and all that shit, and you can tell that Vince is at least not. I wouldn't say I don't think his ego would allow him to be worried, but I think he is probably at least keeping an eye on them at the moment.
you can tell that's why he's paying big money to keep people from leaving. That's why the Usos and the Revival currently got straps.
Yeah, because obviously the revival will looking to leave soon. To be honest, I think a lot of them will still leave at the end of the day. Here's the thing: Vince is not going to be the one that's going to be able to. If something happens, I don't think we'll get it. Nothing close to it. But if there was like a second like wrestling war, like there was with WWE and WCW and all that, Vince would not be able to do it again. He'd fucking lose this time.
Hmm.
He does not have the energy. He does not have the creativity and all that shit. And quite honestly, he's too. These days now, he can't be as raunchy and all that shit as they were back in the Attitude Era, just due to the fact that they're now a public company. So,
Mm-hmm.
they're held down by too many restrictions and regulations. Again,
Now they are.
Nowadays they are, yeah. Obviously back then they weren't, but AEW were a private company, so
Uh-huh.
I don't think we'll get much in
But
terms of them for the first year or so. But if they keep doing good work and getting all these big names in and shockers and stuff, then they may actually end up being a decent opponent for the WWE in the future. Like, give it 5 years.
they have Undertaker
No,
and Goldberg.
Undertaker's just going to StarCast. He's not actually in AEW, dude. He's just going to go sign some autographs.
Yeah, but that's how it starts.
Maybe. I think if it was 10 years ago and Undertaker could still wrestle to a decent extent, I think he might do something, but I can't see him doing it at this point in his life. I think he's just a bit too old.
Oh yeah, that's right. Well, I mean, he is like what, in his 50s?
He's not somewhat. Well, yeah. I mean, obviously, 50 is not the oldest or anything, but his fucking body is seen some fucking work during its time, hasn't it? He's not really in the best of shape to be wrestling.
And good old Dusty Rhodes here.
Dusty Rhodes, baby.
Yeah, that fight with Brock Lesnar fucked him up. Excuse me, fights with Brock Lesnar.
Oh, by the way, we got Dusty Rhodes versus the Honky Tonk Man.
There's the honky
It's the
tonk.
honky tonk man.
He's the Honky Tonk Man. That fucking walnut whip thing on his head. Don't know if you guys in the States have those.
Where's Rhodes?
Oh, he went for the bionic elbow.
Where's
I'll be
Road Dogg
honest,
called him one time
I can't see,
rhinoceros.
I can't really see much of. I can see a bit of a resemblance between Cody and his dad, but fucking hell, Dustin and his dad could be twins.
Yes.
Obviously, like fat and thin, but you know what I'm saying.
This is the elbow. He's messing up his hair.
Apparently, the rumor was that the only reason Macho won the title at Mania 4 was Honky wouldn't drop the IC title to him.
Oh, that's the elbow.
Yeah, that's not a rumor. That is a fact.
Oh, is that the truth then?
That is a fact.
Yeah, the story I heard was Ted DiBiase was actually supposed to win that tournament, and Savage was supposed to beat Honky for the IC strap, but because Honky didn't want to drop it to Savage, Savage got the world title instead. So talk about getting a fucking upgrade.
So hey, this is even better.
It's like getting on a plane and getting upgraded to first class at no extra cost. Seriously, though, to look at Dusty, you wouldn't think like massive, massive star of his time and stuff. I think, don't get me wrong, I do like watching him wrestle and stuff, but you wouldn't think this guy would be your main eventer in like Jim Crockett Promotions and all that shit.
That's a former NWA champion, sir.
I know, I'm not disagreeing with you. I
Yes.
mean, I'm not saying he didn't deserve it. You just wouldn't think it, would you? He does look like the
No.
fucking son of a plumber.
He does. The son of a plumber, baby. Oh, yeah. Don't get me wrong, I like Honky Tonk Man too, but at least when he did drop it to Warrior, at least it was epic. I don't think
yeah.
it would have been that good if they'd have went through with him, making him drop the title to Savage and all that.
No, it wouldn't have been as good. And besides, it really got Warrior even more over. I think he won the title in like 20, 30 seconds or something. Was it?
Mm-hmm. And then the next year, he was hoisting
Oh,
both them
God.
bad boys over his head.
Yep.
Boom, boom.
Which
One
is
of my
actually our
favorite
next
moments.
Mania.
One of my favorite moments ever.
Oh, we get the blowjob scene.
Ooh.
Oh, fuck yeah, brother.
Oh, yeah, brother. God damn it, brother. You're better than Linda.
Oh, yeah.
Damn, man.
I try to do Hogan. I just come out as Angry Vince all the time. God damn it.
Yes, you do.
Ah, Scarecrow, you're fired.
That was a good one. Oh, man. Yeah. Oh,
Jimmy Hart.
What the fuck was he doing? Rubbing his face?
pretty much. It was supposed to be an eye gouge.
I've noticed that when we enjoy a match, we tend to not talk about it, but when there's a pretty poor match going on, we'll point out a lot of flaws.
That's just how it works.
True.
The Heartbreak Hotel on his ass, ladies and gentlemen.
Wasn't that the name of Shawn Michaels' like talk show skit for a while?
Right next to the
Yes.
SmackDown Hotel.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. Rock's little catchphrase.
Yeah. I wouldn't say little. It got him really over during the late 90s.
Oh, of course. I was right there with it. Like, it was entertainment.
Nobody could smack talk like the Great One.
To this day, there's only one person that kept up with him, and I believe it was, other than Triple H, obviously, it was CM Punk, from what I saw.
I would need like 2000 Rock to go up against something like 2011 CM Punk.
Oh, we're
Really?
talking about in Rock's era? Oh, no, there's nobody. I mean, I preferred Stone Cold's trash talk with the colorful language, but,
I'll be honest here, I was never a massive Steve Austin fan. I wasn't really a Rock fan. I like Rock's promos, but I can't really say I was a Rock fan when I was younger. I was always a Triple H guy, because like I said, I started watching about 2 weeks after Mania. Triple H was the champion and all that, and I just kind of gravitated towards him. So, like, first feud I saw him in was The Rock as well. So
That was a damn good feud to
that
get
was a
started.
fucking fantastic feud.
Well, I mean, depends on which one, because I was there when they were feuding in mid card.
Here's the thing, though, dude. They never actually stopped being like rivals and stuff. They just sort of like took different turns at different points to take on other people or to go for other titles.
That's true.
That's what I liked about the Attitude Era is even if it seemed like a storyline was over, there was always like this underlying thing where if those two were ever in a match, you could. It was always like they didn't forget that. Oh, we've already had like 10,000 matches together and all that. I still hate this cunt, even though he's not the main focus of my life right now. Did you actually end up watching another pay-per-view after Mania 2000 earlier?
Uh, that was what was it? I didn't watch it fully. I think it was King of the Ring '98. Actually, no, King of the Ring '99.
Oh, a pretty crappy show, dude.
When Billy Gunn won,
Yeah.
Kiss My Royal Ass.
Yeah.
Yeah.
To be, here's the thing: when I was younger, I actually quite enjoyed that pay-per-view, but looking back at it, it's a really shit show.
It is.
Austin versus Vince and Shane in a ladder match was.
I didn't even remember that happened, to be honest with you.
Rock Taker for the title was actually really underwhelming.
Well, I mean, it's Rock and Undertaker.
And then you had obviously Billy Gunn winning the fucking tournament.
Which made no sense whatsoever.
Well, they were originally going to try and push him at the time, weren't they? DX had already broken up and all that, and he turned heel, so.
He did get a push. He got 2 Intercontinental reigns, and he's a 9-time
He didn't actually get his IC title reign though till over about a year and a half later.
Oh shit!
He won the King of the Ring, and then The Rock completely buried him by SummerSlam, and by October he was back with Road Dogg and the New Age Outlaws.
Oh yeah, that's right, and that's why they are now 6-time tag champion.
Yep.
Can't believe they got.
I'm gonna be honest though, I kind of popped when they won the titles against the Usos a few years back.
So rough.
Yeah, and then I popped even harder when they got creamed at WrestleMania, and then that time when it was Kane and the New Age Outlaws versus the Shield, and the next night Dean Ambrose very, very funnily, if that's a word, asked Kane where his buddies, the New Age Outlaws, were, and I died fucking laughing.
Oh,
oh, well,
never drew a dime.
The bionic elbow.
And Dusty
Rhodes, baby.
Just a rubber man.
Ah, the American Dream.
Oh,
no.
Okay.
Speaking of New Age Outlaws, though, technically both of them are now going to be Hall of Famers with the rest of DX come this year.
Can't believe they're letting the China thing go. It's so good.
I mean,
it's so nice.
I assumed that it was going to be DX first. I mean, I know a lot of people are still pissed like she should be on her own and stuff, and I actually agree with that. But at least this way, they can at least test the waters to see how people will respond to China being in, even if it's just part of DX.
But to be fair, she was a part for a long time.
Oh yeah, I completely agree with you, dude. I mean, I think she should be in anyway. I'm just saying, at least this way, with part of DX, they can at least like test the waters, and they can put her in on her own a little later. Hopefully, anyway, that's the plan.
Yeah.
What the hell are they interviewing?
Wait a minute. That will make Ric Flair and Shawn Michaels 2-time Hall of Famers.
Yep.
Holy shit. Oh boy.
To be fair though, when you're Shawn Michaels and you're the greatest of all time, you should just have every Hall of Fame ring. Ever.
He should have Hall of Fame rings, every title belt, every accomplishment.
He should have more rings than Tom Brady.
Pretty much. Well, he technically, let me see, he does have more championships technically.
I meant rings though, not belts. Oh, the WWE decide to do their thing as always, where the big team match, the big fucking sports match. Winners get the strap with their logo on it.
Yes.
Yeah, what a surprise.
Uh-oh.
We got Demolition.
The freaks.
Has he got glitter in his hair?
Looks like
Yes.
Who's fucking black-faced up in the back?
it. Another
That's not
blackface.
black, that's purple.
Speaking of blackface, hi Thunder.
Oh, it's Thunder
Hi,
here.
Hello.
Hey, Thunder.
Hello.
What's up, dude?
Sorry I took so long.
Don't worry about it, dude. You haven't missed
Oh, yeah.
most of the show anyway, so just turn you down a little bit.
King Hacksaw.
Oh, there we go.
Oh,
so
yeah.
what's-
Here's Jim Duggan. Fuck.
Which one are we watching against SummerSlam '89?
Yep.
Yes.
I'll let you know how far in we are in a moment.
Yep, I am just currently getting it up.
Currently king it up, he says.
I'm sure Opie will help you with
Now
that.
you listen here.
Mr. Perfect.
You actually missed a pretty good opener between the Hart Foundation and the Brainbusters.
Yeah.
A really good match in my opinion.
Absolutely.
Oh, I didn't even get to see if fucking Arn Anderson did his fucking perfect spine buster. Damn it.
I'm actually gonna pee real quickly, so
Yeah, no worries.
I'm gonna go do that, and I should be good to go.
Oh, we
fire
got
up
the
the
Red
two-stroke.
Rooster. The Red Rooster.
The Red Rooster.
The Red Rooster.
Apparently another rumor going around is that the Red Rooster and the Mr. Perfect gimmick were both given out on the same day.
Hmm.
And look who got the fucking good end of the deal.
What was his punishment for again?
Punishment.
Just sucking?
Oh,
just
as far as I'm aware, the Red Rooster. I thought if you mean this match, maybe it's because the Red Rooster never won when he was part of the fucking Heenan family or something like that.
Oh yeah, that's right.
And he looks like a rooster.
The
That's
Red
what it's
Rooster
supposed
just
to be.
shoved Mr. Perfect. Oh,
I got a headlock tie up.
yeah, he grabbed him. That was a neck lock into a headlock. Come on now. Ugh.
God, another guy that went way too soon, Mr. Perfect.
Right.
Rip.
Go.
That's what he was doing.
Another guy who should have been WWF champion, in my opinion.
He probably would have been.
I
he'd
don't.
have stayed.
He also had a lot of injuries and stuff, so even when he was there, he wasn't wrestling full time. I think by the time the '90s came around. I know when he dropped the IC strap to Brett, he actually had to take some time off after that because of his back.
Oh wow.
All right.
Hey, welcome back, buddy. I think it's hard to believe actually that his son, I think, has now spent more time in the WWF than he did.
Yes.
Curtis Axel.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe.
It's rough. If it's not more, then it's got to be the same amount almost.
I have to look it up again. How long?
Well,
Perfect.
well, think about it. When was the Nexus angle? Like 2009 or something like that?
2010.
Was it 2010? Well, round it up, call it 9 years.
Okay, so Hennig had a 3-year run from 82 to 84. This would have been before the perfect gimmick.
Okay. No, okay. We'll count it.
Then he first appeared in 88 with the perfect gimmick
Yep.
and would stay with the company until 96.
Damn.
So, 9 years.
Yeah.
So it's been the same amount of time, and you have to remember, he actually did not wrestle for a good chunk of that latter time as well, though.
He also should mention there was that brief return in 2002.
Oh, dude, you're talking literally like 2 months, I think.
Yeah, and we all know, and there
And then
was
we
a
got
good
the
reason
plane
why it was
ride from
short.
hell.
Yep, the plane ride from hell.
I love that story. I can just imagine
Also,
Ric Flair with his fucking penis out.
Also,
on
I
the
should
plane.
I should mention this time I actually have commentary, but thanks to Opie.
Yeah,
Oh,
I noticed
you're
he's
welcome,
I
man.
noticed he's sharing the fucking link out to everybody but me.
I forgot.
Ooh.
That was the other day.
Pardon?
I noticed he watched a few shows because I'm like, I saw like the continue watching. I see like he saw a few SmackDown shows.
The thing is, you'll hand out your WWE Network account. Would you hand out your Pornhub account?
Oh boy.
Probably not.
So I could see what you've been up to, like recent history.
Oh my god.
No.
Oh
Absolutely.
man.
Or maybe
We
I
probably
just
know
watch a
that.
lot of questionable stuff and I blame it on you because it's your account.
No.
Oh my goodness.
I can
Yes.
barely hear Opie.
No. Absolutely not.
Just turn him up on Discord. That's why I did. I put him on
I have.
200. Really, I can hear him quite well.
Yeah, he's
It might be
alright.
because I have the audio from the thing playing.
It might be that then.
Probably.
This is
Oh
absolutely.
yeah, the
not.
fucking movie No Holds Barred. Yeah, I forgot about that.
I
Boo.
saw a
We got
saw
fucking-
a trailer of that the last pay-per-view.
Yeah, we did. I think at this point the movie had come out, and we're actually getting Zeus in
Oh
the
my
main
god!
event.
I know where this is going.
Pardon?
Ravishing Rick.
Yeah, we get fucking
Yep.
Zeus in the main event, don't we? The fucking actor.
Yes.
This was
Zeus.
This was the original broadcast with the infamous "fuck it."
Ah.
Is it?
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Hang
They-
on.
I
Hang
think-
on.
I think they changed it for the network,
Oh,
obviously.
bollocks.
Never
yeah,
the
this
fuck
is-
mine then.
Yeah, but this is it right here.
Son of a
Here,
bitch.
What? Fuck it.
Pull it up on YouTube and edit it in there.
I will.
If I remember. Don't forget, I can't even edit these at the moment, so.
Yeah, I know.
But yeah, I think it used to be. This was the event. It's just they probably just changed it to make it what it was supposed to have been.
Maybe. Doing the fucking fish lips.
Yep. Yep. Our dreams were dashed.
Oh, by
guys.
the way, I know I usually do. I'm not doing the song tonight.
You're not gonna do the
Alright.
cunt Hogan.
No, I don't really feel like singing tonight.
Fair enough.
I say it's pretty late. Besides, if it's the weekend, I don't really mind. But my dad does have to get up for work, so I don't want to accidentally wake him up singing about cunt Hogan.
For real. Cunt Hogan. Copyright protected, guys.
Yep. As is my song. All right, so we got
my-
the Rockers and Tito Santana.
Shawn Michaels, you look horrible with baby blonde hair, sir.
Yeah,
But
he does.
But he looks worse bald. I'll say that.
Here's the thing.
I can't
Even with the fucking bald spot, it was like normal to see him with long hair.
Yeah.
I cannot get over Michael's being bald now.
It's just so strange.
It is.
So strange.
Like
It's like, fucking hell, if the moonlight bounces off of that, I'll be doing a fucking divination and trying to summon a fucking beast like a crystal ball or something. It's so shiny
Nothing.
and round.
like I don't mind the blonde haired Sean, but the bald is like what?
Yeah.
He just came down after banging Sonny really quick.
It was like when Triple H went bald at first. It was like what the hell? But with Triple H, it kind of worked for him. With Sean, it just doesn't.
Triple H didn't have a choice because of his corporate responsibilities, from what I read.
I heard it
I
was
think
more.
that was
He mainly
fine.
just showed up the next fucking day at work, and everybody just sort of fucking dropped their coffee when they looked at him.
God damn.
Yeah, that sounds about right. It sounds like Triple H, to be
I
honest.
actually think it was, from what I heard, it was his decision and all that. And here's
Yeah,
the
it
thing:
was.
he only really kept his hair long because obviously it helps during wrestling matches and stuff to talk with your opponent. So
I just love it though. Just He decides to like cut it, and then he comes in the next day, and everyone's like, "What the fuck
Who
have
the
you
fuck
done?"
are you? His daughter's probably screamed, not recognizing the daddy.
So, have you guys mentioned anything about like the other things that have been happening in wrestling lately?
We did
Since-
chat about the Elimination Chamber pay-per-view earlier. We talked about Kofi in Fastlane.
Kofi, like, literally just getting the fuck over, big time.
The
Kofi's
fact-
been fucking like big baby face
I'm
at the moment.
I'm glad for him. He's been long overdue.
And he
He-
finally got one over on Randy. Finally,
Oh,
10 years later.
stupid!
About time.
I agree.
Now,
Randy
It was so nice to see him get the fucking pinfall over Randy. That was. Here's the thing. I knew I did want him to win. I wanted Kofi to win the title. I knew it was probably not going to happen, but I'd liked it. I'm at least happy he was the one that eliminated Randy from that match.
Thank God.
exactly. That's what I'm like. That was a smart idea. Just have him be the one to like make it all the way to the end with Bryan, and also have him be the one to eliminate Randy. Kind of, it's like a little like continuity nod.
Yeah, let's say I'm surprised actually because that happened 10 years ago.
Just about.
Yeah, so the fact that they remembered to do that, props to them. He probably was an accident, but
It could have been that like. I wouldn't be surprised if like Randy also said to like WWE like, have him be the one to pin me.
maybe.
Andrew
I mean,
Tate.
Has that kind
Or
of.
Orton still seems
pull.
an asshole, but he doesn't seem as much of an asshole nowadays.
I think it's because he's at the period of his career where he kind of stops giving a fuck.
Yeah. Obviously, back then it still was a lot to him, so it is what it is. But here's the thing: the apparently rumor for Mania is Bryan versus Owens.
Ooh.
This is what I already mentioned earlier, but I don't know if Thunder's heard of it yet.
What?
That they're supposed to be doing Bryan versus Owens for Mania for the title.
Bryan versus Kevin Owens?
Yeah.
I would be okay with that.
Same here.
I personally don't want to see it just because Owens hasn't been back yet, and I don't think there's going to be proper build up for it. And I think it's going to fall. I think it's going to be kind of, obviously Owens will get the welcome back pop and everything, but I don't think it's going to be a massively over match. For the show.
I think at this point people just want to see it be him and Kofi. But
That's also going to be a problem. Is people, even if when Kofi does get the match at Fastlane and he loses and all that, people will still want Kofi for Mania, so they will probably shit all over Owens, Bryan at Mania if that happens instead. Probably not as much if it was other matches, but because people will want Kofi in that match, I can see that becoming a problem.
I can see it. I can see it being somewhat of an issue, but people will just be happy to see the guy back. And Owens has always been very well liked by a lot of the wrestling fans, so there would be some heat, but not a whole lot, really.
Let's put it this way: it wouldn't be like the whole Batista and Roman thing from years ago, where people shat all over the matches. Here's the thing: like I said, Owens. I've never personally been a big fan of Owens and stuff, but like I say, he's not hated or anything. But you do have the fact. But I do say that Kofi's going to be the the asterisk next to everything, where it's like, how are the crowd going to respond if he is not in the WWE Championship match?
I probably can also, since you did bring it up, I gotta say it. Like looking back in hindsight, Roman should have gone over on Batista in that Rumble.
Oh yeah.
Well, here's the thing: the Shield was still in full force at that point, weren't they? So they hadn't even been on the main roster for very long, only a couple months, I think.
That would have been like a huge career-defining moment too.
It would have been, but here's the thing: I can't say what if because it was less than a year later before the whole fucking tumble for the Roman Empire started. But let's face it, people just wanted Bryan at that point, and Vince was not willing to give them that. So it's one of those things where, and that comes back to the other thing we were talking about earlier with AEW. Vince has gone so long with not giving the fans what they want, instead what he thinks that's right. And now that another fucking company's coming along and they're gaining some momentum, he's fucking hitting the panic button.
Handing out titles.
Handing out
I think-
titles, offering more
I think-
money.
It's definitely like a big, like, notable panic compared to like when other things like Ring of Honor and TNA showed up. Because the thing was, back then they had some momentum, but they were never like ones that were grabbing the people's attention like as much as AEW
Yeah,
has.
they AEW have like you said, TNA's been around for a long time now. They're never going to be a massive player anymore. If AEW takes off, TNA will die, or rather, what's left of TNA will die.
Yeah.
Ring of Honor's, that's its own thing. That's its niche little thing. That will survive. That will continue to be there. It's kind of like with NWA. You don't really see it on TV and stuff, but you know it's there. But AEW actually has a
Japan will
chance.
still be there too.
Well, New Japan's
the end
actually a
of-
really big fucking company in
and-
Japan, isn't it? So.
And here's the thing, right? At the end of the day, I know people want to doubt AEW stuff because you never know until these things eventually happen. But all I just want is I want at least a viable alternative that I can
Yeah.
at least enjoy. That's all I care about. I don't care if it's a runaway success or if it just happens to be doing marginally better or worse than WWE. So long as it's good, I don't care.
I don't think it's going to be. I don't think it's going to be like a massively over thing. I do think it will be better than WWE though.
We'll just have to see what happens.
I
We'll just
don't-
have to see what.
No,
We'll just
well-
have to see what. We'll just have to see what happens.
I say I am looking forward to seeing like their first pay per view and all that Double or Nothing and all, but we'll see. Like you say, we'll see how it goes. But it is just nice to have an alternative coming up that can actually probably, compete on WWE's level a bit more than TNA have been able to in recent years. So.
Yeah.
But
It's just.
like I say,
it's-
he's obviously having an effect though, because like we've already mentioned, Vince is now offering more money, giving titles to guys that want to leave. It definitely is having some kind of effect at the moment, and it's not even fucking had its first pay per view yet.
Actually, since Roman was brought up earlier, did you guys see the thing that he's
Yep,
Yep.
to address his status with the whole thing with leukemia?
it has to be good news. They wouldn't. I won't think again. Vince
Has to
McMahon's still on the fucking thingy, but I can't see that being bad news. Otherwise, they wouldn't. They wouldn't post. They wouldn't have it on the WWE programming.
Yeah.
And then again, they've had guys retire in the ring and stuff, but with leukemia, it's kind of a bigger deal. So
Yeah.
Exactly. And the other thing too, do you guys probably know as well? Like, Ty Dillinger requested his release.
yep.
Yes.
Yep.
I feel bad for the guy because they were doing nothing with him.
Now serving number 10, Ty Dillinger in the unemployment line.
Yep.
Oh, that's I like that one.
Oh, is that one I said the other day with you and I were talking, Opie, with Corey Graves? Oh,
sorry, I
DIVORCED, yeah.
Oh my god.
Oh man.
I actually do. To be honest, I actually just feel sorry for his kids more than anybody.
Same.
I would have felt sorry for his wife, but with the way she went off, she kind of lost a lot of sympathy for me. But I still feel a lot of sorrow for their kids.
What is this spot?
They're shaking hands.
Just shaking hands.
Yeah, that's all it looks like. It's like, howdy, sir. I know you're in a wrestling match, but
I just gotta say that's a wonderful abdominal stretch, and I just want to shake your hand and tell you that.
How do you do?
And got one of the Hebners as the ref. I just realized.
if only Arn Anderson was in this match.
Arn
Just
was in the
giving
match
everyone a-
earlier.
Yeah,
Just
Ric
giving
Flair-
everyone a spine buster.
I actually
Flair's
didn't
about to be
see.
70 years old.
Yep.
In 4 days.
But
He
yeah,
still probably gets more sex than all of us combined.
Oh yeah.
trying to think about it as well. Like, what other things have caught my attention lately?
Didn't somebody die the other day?
Did they?
Oh no.
Pedro Morales, that was it.
Oh yeah, that's
Yeah.
it.
That wasn't the other day.
Well, the
but
other,
it was
sorry, about a
recent.
week ago, wasn't it?
Yep.
Yeah, it was recent.
First ever WWE champion.
No, that was wasn't that I could swear that was somebody else.
Oh, excuse me.
Wasn't the first WWF champion Buddy Rogers?
Oh yeah, that's right. I always get him and whoever the fuck that was.
It was Buddy
Oh.
Rogers, then Bruno Sammartino's historic ring, then Ivan Koloff,
And then
it
Pedro
was Pedro.
Morales. Yeah. So fourth WWE champion anyway.
So former WWE champion. Still.
Feel bad for Pedro because he had such a long reign with the title, but never was really acknowledged much.
Didn't he also have the IC strap as well?
Did he? Because I don't remember.
I think he beat Pat Patterson for it, if I recall. I think he was actually a 2-time champion, if I remember correctly. Time to rock the wiki again. I'm gonna beat you this time, Opie.
No, I'm not. I'm not looking.
Since
it
when
up.
was this a race?
We were looking at hardcore champions earlier.
I'm just
Oh,
looking-
nice.
I was just looking up what is to happen on Raw next week.
Ah, fair enough.
Apparently, there's going to be a Ric Flair 70th birthday celebration.
Yep. He's gonna come down. He's gonna fuck all the divas.
Thus, Becky Lynch is scheduled to be there.
What's she gonna do? Come down and fuck the divas as well?
Well,
Show
Some-
Rick who the man really is.
Yep.
I wouldn't be
It's come up.
surprised.
No, Pat Patterson was the first, obviously. Then it was Ken Patera, and then it was Pedro Morales.
Oh no, another tag wrestler accidentally hits their own partner
Oh,
in 2
no.
straight pay-per-views.
Oh no!
Did you see the fucking bruises that Becky left on Ronda and Charlotte with those
I know. I
crutches?
saw that. That was awesome.
Jesus fucking Christ! Ronda was busted open, and on SmackDown, Charlotte was sporting one hell of a bruise.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It was all the way down her fucking arm. It was nasty to look at.
Becky sending a message, man. Oh, what happened?
Man, Scarecrow there is getting all giddy.
I know. What's
He's been hit by Joker's giggle toxin.
He's just
No,
he's just reliving those moments with Becky, and he's just like, yes.
Isn't there
I
someone...
love Ronda. But I love watching Charlotte get beat the fuck up. And then I was watching, looking at her arm on SmackDown. I was like, damn, Becky did some damage.
Just a little bit. I suppose it evens up the odds, though, for Mania.
just a small scratch.
Yep.
It wasn't even a scratch, it was just bruising. Charlotte was the one that got scratched. Fuck. Mind you, that is... I mean, again, I would have preferred just Becky and Ronda for the title, but I am still looking forward to the women's triple threat match for Mania. Because, let's face
Yeah.
it is going to happen.
Yeah.
It is.
Vince McMahon would have to literally want people not to watch Mania to not do that.
I think at this point we kind of just as mad as people are, we've kind of just accepted that it's like, it is what it's going to be.
I'm hoping, and this is very unlikely to happen here, just considering who's involved. I'm hoping Becky will win at Mania, and then Ronda will come out for one more match on the Raw the night after, and the two of them will get their one-on-one match on Raw.
Oh, the roll up. Get it.
Possibly.
It might happen. There's a
Oh.
possibility. I can see her doing like the match after Mania just as a one-off before she goes.
2, 3.
And the heels win.
Unbelievable.
Excuse me for a second, gentlemen. I'm just going to get a drink.
Oh man, we're looking back at the Warrior.
Oh, not this there again. Not this.
Oh boy.
The pose. This is the abridged version again. See, guys, I watched it twice. Actually, 3 times. I really need to see it again.
And whoops.
Yep, that's what. New champion. And Warrior just runs off.
Yeah.
And back.
Welcome back.
Thank you. A bunch of fucking tiny cans of lemonade here. I'm just gonna open them all and put them in the glass.
Yo, Turbo, they were showing the abridged version of the hose off.
Oh yeah, actually,
Oh fucking hell.
I had forgotten that was that WrestleMania match was when Warrior's IC title reign ended, and he was the one who had beaten Honky Tonk Man after 64 weeks of him having the belt.
I think I think people forget he even lost the title because he has it at Mania next year. So a lot of people often forget that Rude actually beat him for it.
Mm-hmm. I think
Pardon?
it's interesting though, because even if he hadn't lost the title, actually no, wait, I'm doing the math. No, if he had not lost the title and held it all the way until that WrestleMania match with Hogan, it would have been Warrior with the longest reign with the IC title, not Honky Tonk.
Mm-hmm.
That's probably why they didn't let him have it then.
And Honky Tonk couldn't have that.
Oh,
Apparently Honky was a massive bastard in WWF. Wouldn't drop the title, always holding people up for... Sorry, holding the company up if they didn't book him properly.
Yep.
I heard... Yeah, he had that reputation.
just dropped them.
He's got a reputation for taking his gimmick way too serious as well. Like, he thinks it's a lot better than it actually is.
Oh, go. Here you go, Andre. There you go.
That's why the Honky Tonk Man got beat up during Royal Rumble. What was that, 2000?
Well, he got annihilated by Kane at the 2001 Rumble.
Yep, there it was, 2001.
Because the thing is, it's like Honky really only got like it was only his ways was why he even had belt for that long. Because some people might forget he was after he lost the title. He never had I don't think he ever had a championship again.
Nope. And
He
just
didn't.
to point something out here, how the fuck did Rude not see Warrior running down to the ring?
Because he had his
No
eyes
clue.
closed.
Could
He
have
had his
picked.
eyes closed.
Could not choose the other fucking. Just the other. There's two other fucking places on the ring, two corners where you can't see anybody running towards the fucking. Oh, I don't fucking know.
No, because he had his eyes closed.
I still call bullshit. Where he just drops it.
And he just dropped the guy. Just, I don't want him anymore.
Oh,
Fuck.
giant. Andre.
Andre! Yeah!
Oh, could you imagine the fucking WrestleMania match with these two? Jesus
No.
Christ.
Be horrible. I love them both, but it would be terrible. Sorry.
Mm-hmm.
There we go.
Nice.
Oh, whoops, wrong character.
And if we could please get a translator in here for Mr. Warrior.
Sorry.
Could we please get a translator in here for Mr. Warrior?
My nipples are really red at my cocaine addiction.
Mr. Warrior says he is very much looking forward to his match with Mr. Rude at SummerSlam.
I think I broke a blood vessel.
He will try his best to entertain the fans and win back his Intercontinental Championship.
What is this red stuff coming?
The Warrior! The Warrior!
Though I will say this, the IC strap does look good on Rude.
It does.
Indeedly.
I think isn't this actually like the only time Rude held the belt though?
Yes, I believe so.
That's a shame.
I think he won like a couple of United States championships and WCW television championships and all that.
And then he got the big one once.
Yeah, it's the only belt he ever held in WWF was that Intercontinental Championship.
Yep, no tag belts or anything like that.
But yeah, he was the United States champion one time, but he had the International World Heavyweight Championship.
Oh yeah, they had that for a while, didn't they?
It lasted all of like several months, and that was it. And Rude was by far the person who held it the most times.
Great consolation prize, I guess.
Unfortunately, didn't he stop wrestling like 93, 94 or something like that?
Yeah, because he had that massive like injury.
Yeah.
Oh, freaking Ultimate Warrior thing on the freaking. What the hell?
I mean, kudos to whoever designs these fucking things in the back.
Right.
Goodness. Why would you have
Must be
another
an
man's
Ultimate
face
Warrior.
spray
Here he comes.
painted on your balls? Oh my gosh.
He's coming. Here he comes.
Okay.
And he's gassed.
Ding, 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 ding.
I mean, I'll give Warrior this. I don't think there's ever been a more energetic entrance in wrestling history.
Right.
Yeah, that's true.
But yeah, there's also the one thing I still love about like Rick Rude was that like within 1 week he was on all three of the major wrestling brands.
What's it? I mean, I know he was on WWF and WCW because he was on a taped episode of Raw and then Live Nitro
Yeah.
One night.
on the same
And
night.
that's it was the same as the same weekend he was on. He was part of a. He was on a tape thing of like ECW.
Oh. Was it like months prior or something it was recorded? Okay, no problem. I'll buy.
I'm trying to remember. He appeared on ECW's Hardcore TV during that weekend. It was taped. It was November 14th to 16th that the show was syndicated differently depending on the market.
Oh, fair enough.
And he was still making ECW appearances when he was part of Generation X with the WWF.
Well, they had sort of a contract, didn't they? The two companies.
they did.
So that was a little bit more likely to happen than him appearing on WCW at the time.
Mm-hmm.
Which he did on the same show, the same night. Fucking Warrior's face paint just makes it look like he's wearing Skittles on his face or something.
Mm.
Pack of the Skittles. Oh god, depressing thought. Both of these guys are dead.
Yep.
Just realized.
Rude died on 4/20/99, and Warrior died just a day after his last appearance on Raw after WrestleMania in 2014.
At the very least,
Really
at the very least, the WWE crowd got to see him one last time, I suppose, on Raw.
Yep.
Are we the only ones
could
on the
also
call right now?
Um.
I know Opie
I
went.
mean,
I know Opie went AFK, but I haven't heard Scarecrow in a while.
Scarecrow is muted.
Ah, fair enough.
It's just the two. It's just the two crazy bastards
Oh
here.
god, it's like an old episode of the podcast.
It's like reliving old memories.
I don't have
And
a
they weren't all
script.
that great.
I don't have a script. Shit, I don't have a play-by-play of the fucking show.
I'm just
And
glad.
that's a
Like,
DQ. You're just glad it's what?
I'm just glad. I'm honestly glad we're not doing that anymore.
Yeah.
Just because it was just hard to continuously do that all the time.
It's like I said, we had to stop doing it primarily because, yeah, I've said before, if we didn't get an episode out within a week of the show, I didn't see the fucking point.
Yeah.
Plus, it meant I had to watch the show and I had to take notes, so I couldn't even enjoy the show properly when we were doing it.
Right.
That is nothing. Not against you. That was always my decision to be the one primarily taking notes, but
Yeah.
it kind of made it more of a chore to do that than like I said. With these, it's a lot easier because you can just sit back, watch wrestling, and talk shit all the time, but don't have to do fucking play-by-play and all that.
And yeah, I strongly suspect that like once we get into the 90s and stuff, we'll probably be more focused on this stuff.
Well, we've only got one more pay-per-view for the 80s, dude.
Yeah.
Just the
I
next
mean,
series.
it'll probably be slow at first, but
Well,
I think the closer we get-
1990 is going to be pretty much the same as the 80s, but 91, we're definitely going to start seeing a bit of a tone shift.
yeah, that tone and shift will definitely feel like a nice breath of fresh air, though.
Oh, definitely. Obviously, I'll be more familiar with a lot more of the wrestlers around that time, so
Exactly.
I think we all will, actually. I mean, we all know the big guys. We all know these guys, actually, now, but we didn't really grow up watching these
No.
guys, so...
Though, if I must ask, since I don't know if I've ever asked before, like, are we just gonna just be focusing on like the pay-per-views and stuff by that point still,
How do you mean?
or? Well, by the time we get to like 93, there will be stuff like Monday Night Raw, and then 99 there will be SmackDown.
No,
It's like,
I mean, we might, do, the first episodes of SmackDown, Raw, and all that, or any special episodes or shit, but we're not going to be doing every fucking, every Raw and SmackDown and all that, no.
I don't blame you.
No. I mean, like I said, we might do, the first episodes of shows and stuff here and there, but no, I've got no plan to start doing that.
Yeah, like anything of particular note, I guess wouldn't suck to do. It wouldn't be an issue to do, but watching everything's like just no.
Let's say if we're really in the mood and there's only two people here, if I can only get one person to come join me one night, I'll say, oh, we might do the first Raw or the first SmackDown instead tonight. If it's around that time period. Like if we're in 93 and nobody else is around, I've only got one person here, I'll say, do you want fancy just doing the first Raw instead tonight?
Technically, we do like two first SmackDowns because there is like the pilot episode in that April, and then there was the one in like August or September or whatever.
Yeah,
That was the proper first episode.
It's the first one in April is not really seen as a proper episode. It's just kind of like you say, it's a pilot, but they don't even list it as, I think, the first episode. It's just like episode 0 or whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hey, welcome back, dude.
Yeah, just got hungry.
But yeah. It makes sense though. Like, there's no point to focus on all those episodes when we get to it because it would just take way too long.
Yeah. Like I said, maybe do the first episode or something, but that's about it.
Yeah. It makes sense to at least do the first one because it's historic in a way.
True. And yes, the
I
match.
missed something, didn't
We were just talking about when we get to 93, maybe doing the first episode of Raw as well.
I?
It's only an hour long, so
Yeah.
and doing the first SmackDown in 99 and shit.
Oh, yeah. Wasn't there for the first Raw, but I was there for the first SmackDown.
I watched the first. Obviously didn't watch it live, but I have seen the first episode of Raw.
I seen it too, but not
It's
until I was
pretty crap.
adult.
Excuse me.
Bless you.
Can't believe this match is still going on, to be honest.
Same.
Didn't we said this the last time, guys?
I know, I'm just used to fucking Warrior being in squash matches.
Same.
To be honest,
He
that's
ain't gonna
kinda what
squash
he's best.
Mercury.
Yeah, he's not really one for longer matches. You can probably get maybe 3-4 minutes out of him, but probably any longer than that's not going to work. He doesn't really fit the character, to be honest.
No. Because Warrior is just really limited in his ring ability.
Yeah. It's kind of the same with Goldberg, to be honest. You don't want a long, stretched out match. You want something less than 5 minutes.
I actually
Still
quite
love
like a lot of
Goldberg,
Goldberg's. I actually quite like a lot of Goldberg's matches because just all the fucking he's basically adrenaline just coming like running at you.
I'll give him this.
Mhm.
He's got a lot more fucking stamina than Warrior does.
Yes.
The guy is
He's
the best spear in the
Goldberg.
business.
Uh-huh.
Like Goldberg spears, you fucking feel that shit. Like honestly, like Roman is the closest person to got to like a Goldberg spear or a Rhino gore.
No, I'm sorry, but Rhino's gore is still the best.
Meh.
Nah, I'm gonna disagree on anybody. As long as nobody says their favorite spear is Edge's spear, we're fine. But
There are
looks
people
like
that
a
have worse
tackle.
spears than Edge.
it doesn't even look like
Yeah.
a fucking spear. It just looks like I don't even know what it looks like. To be honest, it just looks stupid.
A body tackle.
Yeah. It looks like an arm
The
thrust.
big ol'-
It looks like an arm thrust into the fucking stomach.
The problem with
Pretty
Edge's spears is that like to make it look really effective, you have to like make it like go at a really good pace and also like kind of leap into the attack.
Plus, I think you
Edge
need
is-
to be a fairly bulky guy. Edge was never a bulky guy. He was a lot more lean, so it didn't really work
Yeah.
for him.
Like Edge was mostly just like he would run at them and then just kind of like you'd see him like completely like wrap his arms around.
Yeah.
Kind of just looks more like a tackled into like a running hug. And he
Damn.
never and he never like really leaped.
I used to like it when he did the Impaler DDT. Actually, I thought that was a good finisher for him.
Yeah, I still say though that Goldberg had the best spears because just like this, especially like the one he did on like Christian and most definitely the one on Nunzio.
The
At the
2004
2004
Rumble,
Rumble.
yeah, that was a good one. I'll give him that. But I still say Rhino had the best spear, but that's just me.
I don't even remember Rhino's spear. That's how memorable it is. To
I mean,
me.
don't get me wrong. Nowadays, he can't do it the same. In his fucking tag team with, he's got kids. I can't remember his fucking name.
Heat's got kids, man.
Heath Slater. That's
Heath
it. Yeah.
Slater's got kids, man.
I have returned.
Welcome back, Opie.
And he's got kids
You
too.
see,
One of them is
we
Opie.
mentioned kids, and the lolicon shows back up.
Oh god,
Yep.
damn,
That is when you came back, though, bro.
it's an omen.
Yep.
But yeah, though it's just like
Mm-hmm.
it's fair though. It's like
Actually, just on that note, since we've all answered who our favorites are, Opie, who do you think has the best spear in wrestling?
Yeah, there's a lot of people that do the spear.
Because these guys like Goldberg, I like Rhino, Roman, all that shit.
Oh, I love Rhino's gore, man.
Oh, okay, so we got another one for Rhino. Good, as long as you
So
don't
we
say
gotta
Edge.
split. We gotta split.
No disrespect to Goldberg or the others. I mean, I just like.
I love both. I love both of them. It's just I feel like, and Rhino does have an amazing spear tackle himself with the gore. I just think Goldberg did it better.
True. True.
I disagree, but
I
that's
just,
just me.
I just like the gore slightly better than Goldberg.
I think Rhino's body type is better built for the spear. He's small, but he's thick and fast. Like Goldberg's a big guy, big muscly guy. Don't get me wrong,
Goldberg's spear, he's just go right wham. He just people and just slam it.
with Rhino, it does look like a fucking rhinoceros is tackling you, though.
Pretty
Right.
much.
Gore.
And
I
no
guess at
one
some
can do that like Paul Heyman. I'll just say
guess-
that right now.
I guess at some point we just kind of have to like watch of who did, like we have to find like, a video of like who did the best spear.
Uh-huh.
There's a video. Like,
Fucking
who's the
pile
master
driver,
of
by the way.
spear?
Yep. When they were still allowed in WWF. Whatever.
To be fair, they're kind of letting them do it again now on a sort of wrestler by wrestler basis. Fucking hell, they've been letting Andre and
This
Ray
match
do.
has been going on for ages.
I know they've been letting Andrade and Ray do the fucking Canadian Destroyer for Christ's sake.
Damn.
Like I did not expect this to go as far
Yeah.
as long as it
It's
has.
been a long match, but I think it might be the end.
Long.
No, it's not the end yet.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Boom.
Excuse me.
Nice. Thought you said you were drinking lemonade, not beer.
I am drinking lemonade.
Mm-hmm.
I just got a lot of gas.
Fair enough.
Gassy boy. Oh, shit.
Yes.
It said I think it was last episode, fucking, oh my god, Rick Rude, I think every ant's crush. During the 80s and 90s. Oh, fuck.
Now.
That could have gone bad.
Ouch.
1, 2.
Nope.
he
Nope.
kicked out.
Oh my god, he's up.
Bad guys.
Almighty.
Ah, damn it, you beat me to it.
It was more like, the warrior kicked out! The warrior kicked out!
Where's the master video?
But yeah, though.
Alright, I'll be right back again. Get some chips.
Alright.
Yeah, no problem.
And I guess I would say that we're probably all in agreement that, like, we probably would say that Roman does have the best current spear.
Of the current generation, the current wrestler base, yeah, he does have the best spear. But then again, who else uses it on a regular basis?
The closest would probably be Bobby Lashley.
Yes.
Does he do it?
Yeah, he
Yes.
does.
I'll be honest here, I very rarely pay attention to his matches. So if he's done the spear, I haven't seen him do it. The only person other than Roman that I've seen do it in recent years is Charlotte occasionally.
What about Moose?
He's not in WWE
Moose.
though, is he?
Yeah,
No.
I know, but he still does the spear.
I know who he is. I watched him a few times when he did WCPW, but I don't know who he works for now, so I would have no idea what it looks like.
I don't know who he works for either. I just know the move is called No Jackhammer Needed. Or excuse me, No Jackhammer Required.
You should have called
Yeah.
it the Moose Rush or something like that.
Yeah, like, to me, though, like, the reason, like, Roman Spears, like, the best is just he completely lunges forward when he does it, and he completely lifts himself off the air, so he basically just, it's like a running leap.
I think the one thing we can all agree on, though, Edge has the worst spear in history.
Yes.
What are you doing there?
No.
Stay back and I smell rowdy.
Pardon?
You guys clearly have not seen a Batista or Big Show spear, and yes, they have done
I
those.
mean when they do
I
them
like
on a regular
Batista, though.
basis. I meant when they do them on a regular basis. Like it's
Yeah,
part of their
like as a
regular
finish.
repertoire or something like that. I mean, yeah, Batista and Big Show both brought it out occasionally, but it's not something you can really claim as part of their normal repertoire.
A splash.
I mean that's fair, but I still stand by my
Oh yeah,
word.
if you want to be pedantic about it, yeah, they have worse
Oh, I
spears
see,
than
champ.
Edge, but you can't really
Yep.
And
feed
Warrior's
Edge-
a champion again.
Because, well, considering the fucking posters and stuff for Mania 6, was this really a fucking surprise to anybody for it was in
He's
this
like,
call?
oh yeah, my belt. Oops.
This is where he puts the yellow strap on it.
No, I think... Is it? Oh, are they done with the yellow strap, actually?
Yeah, I don't know. I can understand the reason you'd say like why it's like the worst, but
Well, it's not,
I don't
for
know.
wrestlers that use it on a regular basis, I still say Edge had the worst. Nice.
Excuse me.
Here's the thing with Edge's spear, though. He had that as his finisher for, what, a decade easily?
Yes.
Or at least close to a decade, so he had plenty of time to perfect it. It just always looked fucking weak and pathetic. And yet his career ended because of a spear.
Hmm?
Well, he drilled his head into the fucking floor, didn't he, when he speared Brodus Clay, so...
Oh yeah.
I would love it if he'd have been fucking swinging that around, he accidentally let go and hit some fan in the crowd.
Yep. That'd be pretty funny.
And then he has to go up in character. You gave the Warrior his title back!
He just bench press slams whoever has it, just pins him in the crowd.
Mr. Perfect.
I am perfect. Oh wait,
Absolutely
wrong medium.
perfect.
Wrong medium.
Fucking hell, there's been so much gas in this episode.
Oh boy.
You're gonna become
We have a-
Nintendo Capri Sun at this rate.
We have a previous one that's way, way worse between me and Tyler being in the call. So the
Yeah,
Red
perfect-
Rooster.
Perfect plex.
Red Rooster.
I just realized his attire, it's got both yellow and blue on the back.
Ooh.
Oh, my shoulder.
Your shoulder's hurting.
Yeah, they probably glued that freaking sign in the back.
Yeah. Here's good old Roddy.
Hey, Roddy.
And he's drinking on camera. Just kidding. Water.
Yeah, that wasn't water, it was acid.
It was what?
It was acid in I don't know where I'm going with that joke, sorry. You can joke about, push it down the stairs.
Yeah, okay.
Fucking Piper.
He's doing a good job with that glass though.
He is.
He's got to be drunk.
He's drunk or he's high, let's put it that way.
Look at the look in his eye.
I can never. You want to know the biggest problem I have with a lot of promos these days, unintentionally?
What?
There is like a guy who did 2 of these videos called Absolutely No Words. And it's all it is a bunch of like old wrestling promos where it's just every breath in between.
Oh my
So you just
goodness.
hear.
To be fair
like
though,
that.
Piper was the worst for it though. He always had to take a sharp intake of breath every time he finished a sentence.
Yeah, because
Who?
he basically just went balls crazy with it.
Yeah.
The who?
Piper.
Who are you talking about? Oh, Piper, of course. Piper. Yep.
There was one of them that they had for him before he was in WWF, and he sounded like he was. It sounded like he was suffering from something was really wrong.
Hmm.
I'll have to link the videos after this because they actually are quite amusing.
Mr. Heenan, Bobby baby.
I have put them on the chat. Anybody want to take a look?
Maybe later.
Absolutely no words.
And unfortunately, Rick Rude, I hope you enjoyed that title run, 'cause it's the only one you're going to get with the company.
What, Warrior?
No, Rick Rude.
Oh, rude. Yeah, it's unfortunate. He deserved more.
He probably deserved at least one more IC title run.
Bret Hart, I remember he considered him along with Kurt Hennig as one of the best technical wrestlers in the business.
Oh, at this point in time, especially a lot of people backstage, the pure wrestlers, all had a lot of respect for Bret Hart, obviously because he probably was the best technical wrestler in the world at the point. Even if he hadn't been champion yet, or even IC champion at this time. Unfortunately, we won't see him with the IC strap for at least another year and a half, if not 2
Yeah.
years.
It is what it is.
It's a shame with Brett because the only thing that held him back was the fact the guy couldn't fucking cut promos.
Bret could cut a promo
It
when he was really
depended.
invested, but
It depended. I would say 3 out of 10 times he could cut a good promo. The rest of the time he just sounded too robotic or like he was reading from a script.
right.
As you said earlier, fucking having Tony Schiavone on a WWF pay-per-view. God damn.
But yeah, there was a lot of like Brett's like heel work in '97 was probably his best promo work.
Oh, by that point, yeah. I mean, from the thing, the fucking issues he was having in the company, I think it was just letting it loose during his promos, to be honest.
Yeah. Pretty much. Oh yeah, fucking Brutus Beefcake, fucking
Oh, the no holds barred
No, not
advertisement.
again.
fucking Hogan's butt buddy.
I'm gonna hit you so hard, I'm gonna put your eyes in the right direction, brother.
Brother. I don't know why they felt it was necessary to do this.
I think they were basically trying to get more more eyes on the movie. I think because the film did terribly at the box office.
Yeah.
And they trying to make them feel like, wow, that was actually cool. I should see this movie then.
Don't get me wrong, here's the thing: Zeus does look like, he's a massive, massive man. The guy that plays him, he could easily pass as a wrestler. So, I can kind of see why they did it, even though I think it was overall not worth it. I don't know what the fuck. What the fuck did they block out there?
No idea. Zeus!
Zeus, motherfucker.
Just the way they keep saying it.
No, Zeus himself has got to be, what, fucking almost 7 foot tall?
Pretty much.
And only half of that is his forehead.
Ooh, yeah.
Is Scarecrow go mute again?
No, I'm here.
Oh, fair enough.
He's a unibrow.
Yeah, can't just shave that little bit in between? No? Okay, then.
Looks like a black bird.
He's got the
Just
fucking
flying
Sonic the Hedgehog brow.
Oh my god. Hey, Brutus, speaking.
I think it's supposed to say Superstars of Wrestling, actually. But I don't know why they've blocked of wrestling out.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Saturday night's main event.
Oh.
Oh, my shoulder.
What happened? Did you injure yourself or something today?
No, I'm kind of like lying on my bed as I'm doing this because I'm just trying to be more comfortable. And I think the problem is the way I shift my weight and stuff. I'm
Ah,
putting
fair enough.
too much pressure on it. I always have the problem I sleep on my arms. I can't stop doing it.
I always sleep on my side, so I'm usually in some pain when I wake up.
Yeah, I have to. There's a lot of times I'll wake up and I have to take some Tylenol or something for muscle pain. I'm wondering if it's a weight-related thing or not.
No, it's Hogan. Oof.
And the bear hug.
Shit. Give me a hug, brother.
Brother!
Brother.
Ow. That hurt Hogan more than friggin' Zeus, you idiot. Oh, he's got the shears.
Question, because I think this recording of mine, I've recorded more than there is. How is the main event about to start or something?
No. This is basically just...
So there's at least like another hour or so.
Oh, okay, so
Yeah.
it's not. I've not accidentally recorded more than there is. It's just with all this fucking build up, I thought, is the main event already about to take place or something?
I think they're just trying to waste time.
He's just smiling.
Oh no, brother, my sneak attack didn't work.
My sneak attack didn't work.
It's not very effective, brother.
The hell, the fucking bell? Shove that bell up your ass.
Live from New York City, New York.
Live.
Oh yeah,
Six.
we were talking about it earlier, Thunder. But did you see about Velveteen Dream winning the North American Championship?
I did see that, yes.
Very enough.
It was brilliant.
Did you actually see the match, or
I've not seen the match.
never have I? There were two really good tag team matches from DIY on Raw and
Big
SmackDown.
boss man.
Mm-hmm.
And it's slick again.
Yep.
Ah,
The Racist and Andre the Giant.
the racist.
Yeah.
Well, here's the thing. I'm amazed Vince never booked the African Dream versus the American Dream.
Oh my
'Cause he's got them both on his fucking roster now, so.
the dream match.
The Dream
If only.
match.
Wow.
I'll be here all week.
Brumch.
Demolition. And
Mr.
Excellent.
Blackface himself.
Oof.
He wants the Godfather's hose.
Demolition, once the longest reigning tag team champions. Not anymore.
Nope.
Thanks, New Day.
I'm glad they
Oh, that
did.
song has not aged well.
What did it
Three
say?
Twin Towers. Wow.
What did it say?
It said Demolition will topple the Twin Towers, and there was a drawing of the Twin Towers.
9/11.
Ouch.
9/11 confirmed.
How the hell? Why has that not been in it? I mean, I don't particularly give a fuck. I think I like dark humor. How the fuck have WWE not edited that out, though?
They probably haven't paid attention.
It's the Illuminati.
Jesus Christ.
It
I see
wasn't
that.
Osama
Oh, I see. Opie posted what I was talking about. Both those absolutely no words.
It wasn't Osama bin Laden. It wasn't the Arabs. It was demolition all along. Oh my God, Hacksaw.
Another guy who was apparently a massive pain in the ass to work with.
What? Which one?
Hacksaw. Never wanted to lose. I think
I
that's,
don't remember that.
it's why they never stuck a fucking title on him until like 2005. Because he's always refused to lose clean to anybody.
Mm.
Well, 99% of the time anyway.
I don't remember. I never heard that before. I'd be curious to know where you heard that.
For the life of me, dude, I can't remember, but I do remember hearing it somewhere.
Hmm.
But if you do look back at any of his matches from this period of time, he will almost never take a pinfall.
Possible. It's possible. I don't know.
I don't think we've seen him take a clean loss since we started doing these episodes.
Like it's like it's just the thing. It's like I obviously know about Hogan, obviously, and then there's like the Honky one would make sense, but I don't know. I never thought about that with Jim Duggan.
Again, it's one of the reasons they. Because here's the thing: he was popular enough, but there was a reason they never stuck a belt on him until he's run as tag team champion with, I think it was Santino.
In 2000, if it was 2005, it wouldn't have been.
Who was it he won the title with then in 2005?
I want to say it was Eugene, honestly.
Father and son.
Wow.
To be fair, they look kind of alike though.
Nah.
I knew it was a legend. It might have been Tatanka, actually. Let me check.
Damn it.
Because let's face it, we're not going to miss much of a fucking match here, are we?
Nope.
Why not?
It was Eugene.
It was Eugene?
Yeah.
Fuck. How the fuck did that gimmick last so long?
No clue.
Oh, they don't even have his tag team championship reign on his Wikipedia page.
Mm-hmm.
Won the first Rumble, Hall of Famer, and 2 Slammies. But no title reign.
No.
Won the World Television and United States Championships though for WCW. I'm glad neither of the big fucking promotions were stupid enough to put the big strap on him though.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Like I said, they were saying earlier though about the long title reign. I'm actually kind of glad they gave the New Day the longest tag team championship reign ever.
Oh yeah.
Most definitely.
Damn.
It's crazy to think how long they've been a tag team now, and they're still really fucking popular.
If you think about it, has Kofi now been a member of the New Day longer than he was like? No, it's not. Sorry, he joined much earlier than I remembered. But it's coming.
I think he joined in, I think, what, 2008?
I thought it was 2007 actually.
Maybe, but I think it was 08.
Again, time to rock another wiki. I'm not fucking missing anything in here. Andre the Giant's in the fucking ring, for Christ's sake.
He is slow.
Yeah,
Oh, no,
puny
no.
earthling smash.
He was part of the company. He was in developmental since 2006. His first televised appearance was December 2007.
Or call it very early 2008, then if it was that late on in 2007, if you want to be pedantic.
Yeah. The New Day was a thing since 2014.
5 years strong.
Yeah.
So not quite there yet.
Almost, though. He spent nearly as much time in the New Day as he did as a singles competitor, though, after in a year's time.
Mm-hmm.
It's hard to believe they've been around that long, actually, now. Because it doesn't feel that long.
Mm-hmm.
It hasn't.
To be fair, though, I hope they don't break them up, because all 3 of those guys would flounder without each other. I mean,
Exactly.
Kofi might be okay right now with his current momentum, but it would eventually stale out, and I don't know. Wasn't he supposed to be back by now, Jason Jordan?
What's that?
Wasn't Jason Jordan supposed to be back by now?
Apparently.
Injury might have been worse than they expected. Also, isn't Seth Rollins injured as well at the moment?
Yes.
Yeah, but he's expected to be fine by the time WrestleMania rolls around.
That's
And
why
he's basically just resting.
Yeah, pretty much. That's why they're not using him so much.
The fucking face Dean made the other night on Raw. It was the one pop from the audience all night.
Yeah, I saw that.
That crowd was terrible.
It was.
Yes,
What do
they were
you
ass.
expect?
What was it, Lafette or something?
Oh, pinfall! Hooray!
Yay, the match is over.
And the match is over.
Worst
Oh
match
my
yet.
god! Oh, hey,
no,
hon.
slightly behind you.
Duggan was just at the ropes.
Back in a second.
Yeah, no problem.
Alright.
Unfortunately, I may have to disappear in a moment because I am dying for a shit.
If whatever
You
helps to
show
relieve
that-
yourself.
You show that toilet who's boss, AFK.
It'll be tapping out by the time I'm done with it.
Wow.
I'll be honest here, I mean, I think that was probably the worst match on the card so far, but I actually can't remember most of the other matches other than the... Actually, yeah, I can now. I just remember some of the other matches we've had. It's the Survivor Series.
But who will survive? I don't know.
Who will survive?
Let's see what our next match is. Ted DiBiase and Virgil here. The $1 Million Belt.
Nice.
Virgil just sits standing there.
Love it if me and Gene just took the money and ran. You can't blame a guy for trying to make a buck. Oh, they are $100 bills as well. Virgil, don't lose it. That's your pay for the year. Alright, I really do have to go to the bathroom, so I'm going to have to disappear for a few minutes. Keep going now.
Go before you end up soiling yourself. Oh. Sorry about those who were tuned in. We're not having much to add to this. What the hell's this music? Well then,
Well, no.
the Mighty Hercules, that's what they called him. There's a guy with chains. So-called opponent. Wow, he's just fucking burying Jimmy Hart and whoever Hart is with. Oh. It's Greg Valentine. It's overweight by 30 pounds. God damn it. 2 left feet. Okay, I wish they kept this guy around more.
God damn.
At least he finally said his name.
Oh, that was a long intro. Uh-oh. Gonna have a DQ already? Oh, there you go. And good old Tim White as the ref.
We're trying our best, but hard to
It's
talk
all
about
good.
stuff.
Yeah, it's difficult with, you know, Turbo. Not
Turbo
around
is basically
full
the glue that keeps everything together, because he at least has shit to talk about. I'm just a fucking nerd.
Aren't we all a little nerdy?
Although he won't be too much longer having to take a shit.
I know. That'd be the longest shit he's ever taken.
Oh, if it is, I'm gonna be sad.
Oh man. Oh man.
But we will see.
Oh. Shh. Oh man. This is just Greg the Hammer, Valentine, and Hercules.
Come on, Turbo. You're killing us.
No.
We're begging for something.
I am sorry I can't provide any good commentary.
I'm back.
Oh, thank fuck.
Turbo,
What?
You saved us all.
Why?
We're terrible at commentating when you're not here.
Oh. Is Scarecrow not back either?
Scarecrow's
I don't
dead.
think so.
You guys haven't just sat here in silence for the last 5 minutes, have you?
Oh, you son of a bitch.
What?
I've been trying my best, but that's all I can say.
I'll just leave a fucking... I don't know, get fucking Siri to talk in my place or something in the future.
Well, that was a quick match.
Oh, I missed the Hercules fucking Greg Valentine match. Oh, I'm so sorry. I can't believe I missed such a glorious match.
Hercules won.
Crap
Hercules
match?
won.
Was it a crap match?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was short, and Greg Valentine had to ring his foot on the ropes.
Oh, I see.
Hercules, yeah. Yeah, Hercules won again.
And he's floored.
Oh.
He got fucking knocked the fuck out.
I like the fact that I'm still fighting and the music is playing. Oh, here he goes.
How the fuck is
excuse me.
Jimmy Hart holding him back?
Who knows? Apart from WWE Magic, I guess.
Probably.
But it is what it is.
True. True. Very true.
A winner by disqualification.
Old Ronnie Garvin. As OSW likes to call him Rubbish Garvin, or Rubbish Ronnie Garvin. Or is it Rubbish Ronnie Garbage they call him?
Possibly.
I can't remember. It's been a while since I watched their older episodes.
Yeah.
Hello, Noggers.
Oh, if only if we had some people like OSW who had that kind of that kind of on the spot.
Oh, just a little bit.
I'm just not talented enough for that.
I don't think any of us are. The fuck are we looking at right now?
What the hell is this?
Who the hell blew a giant vape?
Who the fuck's put on Power Rangers by accident? I see Rita Repulsa's back at it.
Go, go, Power Rangers! Mighty Morphin Power Rangers!
Like seriously,
It's,
who
it's
blew a
a,
giant vape?
it's a fucking Power Rangers
Don't
clip.
harsh their mellow.
That's why I had to cue the song.
This is just like this must have been some pretty good weed. Jesus.
Magic wand, make my monster grow.
I'm not familiar enough with Power Rangers
No,
to...
Power Rangers was a shit back in the day. It was fantastic.
Oh, see, look, it's a bowl. Someone blew a big vape. I was right.
I actually still have a box Megazord
Look at
upstairs
Zeus.
in my room.
Look at Zeus. He's getting high
That's
off of
what's
it.
up. I still have the game for the SNES and the 15th or 20th anniversary, whatever, for the PS2, which was terrible in my opinion.
Yeah,
But
I have the crappy Power Rangers beat 'em up on my PS4. I can't remember the name of it.
is that the same one as the one on the
No,
SNES?
no, it's the one that came out a couple of years ago. Fuck, I can't remember what it's called. It's essentially just a very basic side-scrolling beat 'em up.
Is it the one where you can like jump off of walls and shit?
Maybe it's not re-released or anything like that, but I can't remember the name of it. I hardly play. I played a little bit. It's okay.
Oh, it's the $1 Million Man.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody's got a price for the $1 Million Man.
DiBiase.
Ah,
I wish they still counted his WWF title reign.
same.
But he bought the title, to be fair.
I know, but
You
they
know.
never put rules in place that you couldn't buy the title.
If they'd have done it like the finger poke of doom style, that would have been acceptable.
Probably.
Just lay down.
Maybe. Oh, here he is.
Fly.
Superfly, the Jimmy Murderer Snooker.
Yeah, of course, he's gonna bring that up.
Jimmy's full of regret, Snooker.
Mm-hmm.
Murdered his wife by doing
Girlfriend.
a big splash.
Big splash off the cage. Into the girlfriend. She's dead.
That's how it happens, see?
It's amazing how long how long it took for them to realize, wait, something's not right here.
Virgil's like still in the ring.
And there he goes.
Get the hell out of here.
Isn't the rumor that to get a job, Virgil walked up to Pat Patterson and threw his schlong out in front of him?
What?
Show my junk.
Yeah. Well, there's a lot of
Patterson,
speculation.
what did we
There's
what did we tell you about having guys get their weenies out?
there's a lot of
Oh, Virgil.
there's a lot of stories
He's
about
dropped.
Pat Patterson. Obviously, it's well known that he's gay and all that, but kind of
There's
abusing
like
his
the-
authority
Oh.
backstage, and
there was like heavy rumors about Patterson, kind of like her like sexual allegations and whatnot.
yeah. I mean, again, nothing wrong with being gay, but when you're trying to force yourself, it doesn't matter what your fucking sexual orientation is.
Yep.
Orientations.
And apparently, the rumor goes that Virgil, to get a job, basically just showed Patterson his his cock that is apparently massive.
Yeah,
Well then.
there's stories of like Patterson who had molested and abused underage males who were setting up the rings, the so-called
Yikes.
ring boys.
There was actually a period of time, actually around this time, it might have been, where he actually wasn't working for the WWF because of these allegations. He did eventually come back, but he was away from the company for a good couple of years.
Yeah,
The hell was that?
That was the "I'm not as young as I used to be" jump.
Yes. Even at this time, wasn't DiBiase pretty old?
I was talking about Snuka. He was the one that was
Um,
jumping and didn't jump high enough.
No, DiBiase's old. Snuka's like ancient.
Oh, Snuka's fucking. Snuka
well, this was
looks every-
'89. This was '89, so DiBiase would have been 35.
And it's okay, 5 years difference.
Snuka looks about fucking 80 here.
There you go.
What, DiBiase?
No, Snuka.
No,
Oh.
Snuka looks like he's like dead. He looks like one of them Resident Evil characters.
Yeah, he looks like he's been fucking revived. He's fucking necromancy or something like that.
Snuka by this point, I believe, was 56. Was like 46.
Yeah. He looks every fucking bit of it as well, plus another 20 years.
Resident Evil character.
Mind you, I was surprised to find out Tamina's actually
you
quite a
missed
little
him with the
quite.
chop.
I was actually surprised to find out Tamina's approaching 40 though, isn't she?
Is he?
I think
He
so.
missed it. He missed
Not
the chop.
surprising. He moves like one.
She, you actually forget just how long she's been with the company. How she hardly ever gets used. So
I know.
yeah, she's actually 41. Damn.
Wow.
Unfortunately, I can't see her being with the company much longer, to be honest.
No. It would be surprising if she was, to say the least.
Maybe another year before she's let go or she leaves.
She's never been a champion either.
No, she's not, has she?
No.
She was always sort of like the monster heel type. Look, she actually used to be quite lean and fast
Yeah.
10 years
In
ago.
2012. Yep,
Well,
2012.
10 years ago. All right, 7 years ago. But yeah, for a while she was actually a lot leaner than fast, and she disappeared for about a year. Threw on a bunch of weight and muscle mass, and well, now you've got the Tamina of today.
Terrible Tamina.
Terrible tomato.
That's-
But Scarecrow, you have Nia Jax.
Yeah, you
I
got
love Nia Jax, but that does not mean that Tamina's not a human charisma vacuum. I mean,
no talent Tamina and Granny Titties Naya.
that I would still suck on those things all night long, and we're not going to have this conversation a third time, guys.
We've had this conversation more than 3 times.
I'm talking about the prolific one, like the
Oh.
one that's saved on my phone.
The one that's on the SmackDown Let's Play. Fair enough.
I have to calculate that clip.
I got you that clip.
No, I have the clip. I just have to
Oh.
put different pictures of Nia Jax with it.
What are you going to do with that?
I'm gonna make a video.
Just
Are you
don't
serious?
show the actual footage of the Let's Play, obviously, since
No, of
that's not going for
course.
live for a long time.
I'm just gonna get the audio and just, put it into work.
Godspeed.
I forget, did you share the part with John Evan with the orgasm noise in the Captain's Crew the other day?
I think I did. Yeah,
I can't
did.
remember. That was fucking fantastic, though.
Oh,
He made me practically fucking die of laughter.
What?
We're doing the fucking Lollymon Let's Play for Opie, and John, his buddy John SK joined us, and I can't remember how it brought up. Oh yeah, we're basically the muck lolly, and we were talking about fucking orgasms and stuff, and he just comes out with this fucking orgasm noise, and that was it. I was just gone for about 5 minutes.
There, I
Just
Damn it,
laughing my
Opie.
off.
Start inviting me to these things.
There, I
Crikey.
reposted it on
It's the same part that he's gonna apparently bleep out something I say.
yeah. But dude, this same part has my epic fail of me failing to find Vermilion City.
Oh yeah, where you kept going on the fucking map. Yeah, he's looking for the SSN. He's looking in the fucking mountains for a place where a fucking boat's gonna be. I'm just there fucking shaking my head at this incompetence.
I want to see some Lollymon. Come on, hook it up, Opie. Hook it up, buddy.
It's on main deck.
You guys can have it. I'm not interested.
No, I mean hook it up with the next time y'all are recording session. Like hook it up and
To
hey,
be
brother,
fair,
you
to be
work-
fair, it's all post game stuff we're doing now.
I
Oh, wait,
know.
what the hell? Jimmy Superfly just came out of nowhere.
That's what his girlfriend said before she killed him. Before he killed her. Sorry.
Damn it.
Oh, Virgil's about to get his now.
Hook it
Sledgehammer
up.
to the face from out of nowhere. She's down. She's not
I
getting
don't
back
see
up.
Triple H. I don't see Triple H and Stephanie anywhere.
Damn.
Yeah, you do. You see them on the Raw every fucking week.
Oh,
I mean, right now on the screen we're currently watching. And furthermore, this Stephanie McMahon is probably in the back on all fours. So
I don't even mean by crawling around, because she'd be pretty fucking young at this point.
that's what I meant. Get your
That's
mind out of the
it.
gutter.
Actually, how
She would have been.
she's only been about 9 years old, something like that.
Stephanie would have been, I think, 14
What now?
at the time of this. Yeah, she was born in 75. I think.
Oh, I thought she was a bit younger than that. I thought she wasn't born till like 80. Sorry, 79 or 80 or something.
Okay,
No,
she was
she
fucking
was-
something then.
She
Yeah,
was
she probably
7. She was born in 75.
Oh yeah, Stephanie, how's that? Ooh, a cup of coffee in the big time, yeah.
splash.
Okay, I take that back. 46, 76. I thought it was 75.
Oh, so she'd have
Nope.
been 13 at this point. Well, it depends on when her birthday landed, I suppose.
It would have September 24th. She would have been 12.
Oh, fuck.
Ooh.
Oh,
Well, they get started early, boys.
Opie's type then.
What was that?
Nothing.
And
I saw there was like this girl with the blonde hair in there.
Oh, he was distracted.
I was distracted by that girl. I'm like, can
you're
you
always
tell me
distracted by a girl, Opie. Sad of it is, the thing of it is that most of these girls aren't real. So
Turbo, can you repeat what you said, please?
I'd rather not. It kind of. I keep you guessing, so you've got to watch the
God
video.
damn it, man.
yeah, you're gonna have to wait
Find
till the
out.
video. That's what you get for not inviting me to your last recording session, douche.
Dude, I'm still.
I'm just fucking with you, man.
Oh, it's Hulk Hogan.
Oh, speaking of cunts, we have the ultimate cunt, Hogan.
Indeed. And we have the ultimate cunt's oldest friend at this point.
His only friend at this point. Shit.
Rob.
Brutus.
No, I'm pretty sure he
Brutus-
was still. Oh, the Nasty Boys weren't there yet, were they?
It's
Yeah, they
basically
were.
Were
Brutus the butt buddy beefcake.
Yep.
Are you gonna do your song?
Sucking his dick.
they? No, he's too late. Yeah, I don't want to.
No,
Wake anyone up.
Turbo.
No, not tonight.
Come on.
No.
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 Oh, bye.
The song.
If you
There will
want,
be
if you want to
others.
hear it that bad, you do it.
I don't
Uh-oh.
know the lyrics.
Uh-oh.
Oh well, it's not going to happen then, is it?
Ooh.
You fuck.
All right, I'll do it, but I'm not doing it loud or anything like that.
I know.
Oh, boy.
So one of you will have to tell me once the music starts.
Okay.
As
So
always.
wait, are you gonna do it?
Yes, I'll do it. I'll just not do it I'll just be a bit quiet. I'll probably speak it more than I'll actually sing it.
Fair enough.
And they don't stop coming.
Hope those are gimmick fucking scissors, otherwise somebody could have a nasty accident, Brutus.
Hulkamania.
Okay then.
The amount of coke these two have probably done together, how the fuck are they still alive?
Coke, pills, alcohol, all that shit. Michaels too. Anybody from that era, I'm surprised they're still living.
Yeah, you got a point. Well, you hear quite a lot of deaths and stuff, but a lot of them have
Scary
managed to
Sherry.
survive.
It's funny because of just how much Beefcake was associated with
Hogan?
with Hogan.
What the hell
Because
is
if it
this?
wasn't for that, he'd be
Oh,
nothing.
by the way, this is Savage's brother in real life.
Yep, the genius.
Oh snap! Cool.
He's got great hair.
Yeah, he actually looks a lot more fucking normal than his brother does, doesn't he?
Indeed.
Poor Randy.
And still alive, actually, Lenny Poffo here. And actually has a victory over Hulk Hogan.
Thankfully, Lanny Poffo is still around.
Yeah. Decent wrestler as well. Sadly, he was underutilized.
Yeah.
Never could have been world champion. Could have been an IC champion, probably.
I'm also gonna post the Vermilion City thing here too.
Yeah, go for it.
Scarecrow, check them both out.
At this time, I believe Lanny Poffo was 34. He would be 35 by the near end of the year.
I'm pretty sure
Hey,
Savage.
Turbo.
Yeah. Oh, is it time?
Yes, sir. Go.
I thought it was Savage first.
It's also worth noting that Lanny was
Oops,
born.
false alarm. Sorry. They queued up his music, then they stopped it. God damn it. Then they
It's
started
also
playing Savage.
It's also worth noting that Lanny was born in Calgary, Alberta, Canada.
Oh, he was?
Oh
Yep.
yeah, he was Canadian.
Canadian American.
Hmm.
Savage was born in Columbus, Ohio.
Yes, I'm pretty sure there's at least a
Around-
couple of years between them, like 4 or 5 years, so.
Yeah.
Look at Zeus.
Zeus,
at
motherfucker.
Freaking Zeus.
Zeus, motherfuckers. Zeus. I hope that's Miss Elizabeth.
Yes, that's
No,
that's
Scary
Sherry
Sherry.
Martel.
Oh, that's Sensational Sherry?
Yeah.
Yes.
Not looking particularly sensational there. Shit's
No,
like
not
shit's
yet,
like
at least.
fucking Doink. All that
Well, he
makeup
just
on.
got done. I mean, he just got done smearing that paint. They had to fix it real quick.
Again, I know it's going to happen in a moment, so
Okay,
just let
yeah,
you
the
know,
crowd just popped. Yeah, the
She's
crowd
missing-
literally just popped, so you're good to go whenever.
She's missing a little
It
bit.
is
Let me keep
actu-
her with that.
Actually, I believe it's not the right music.
What the fuck?
What?
God damn
It's
it.
Beefcake.
Oh, is it
Just
beefcakes?
Oh.
Oh.
Yeah, he's entering separate alliance.
Oh, okay.
That's fucking, you know
Talk
what?
about fucking false starts all the time.
I am Hogan's
Fucking Brutus
buddy.
Beefcake getting his solo entrance and in the main event in WWF. Fucking hell. And this guy
Again.
would go on to main event a Starcade as well against Hogan.
Again, my honest opinion, Beefcake would have been nothing if it wasn't for Hogan.
He wouldn't. No, of course he wouldn't have. He was not very good on the microphone, not very good in the ring. Not terrible, but he was nothing special.
Pretty much.
Alrighty.
Is it time?
It's
Yep.
time.
When he comes crashing down 'cause the cocaine has arrived. Do 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 do. Sorry, Vince, I can't wrestle. I'm as high as a guy. Do 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 do. Will you hurt my friends? I don't give a fuck. With the wife of the love sponge, good old Bubba Roddy Cook. I am the real cunt Hogan. Fight for my right to go over again. I'm a real cunt Hogan. Fight for my right. Oh, hi there, Brutai.
God,
Yeah.
that was awesome.
Doesn't get old.
No.
Never. I still cannot believe that.
I came up with that pretty early on during this as well. It
Oh yeah.
was like one of the
And you
very
did
early
it
steps
right.
episodes.
You were done right as he was entering the ring, and well, since there's only 30 minutes, a little bit over that, this is the main event. They're gonna pose for 15 minutes after, so.
Yeah, it's gonna happen.
Who do you think is higher right now, Brutus or Hogan?
Brutus, maybe.
Zeus.
I
Gonna run
think
for his money right
I think probably Brutus, just because Hogan's probably quite used to all the rich stuff when it comes to cocaine. He probably gave Brutus some as well, just because he's his best mate.
I was gonna jokingly just say Zeus, but
And you probably wouldn't be wrong. That's why I just asked the question.
yeah, probably.
Alright,
God,
guys,
fucking-
Alright, guys, I'm gonna mute myself, join Mom, but I'll stay in the call.
Alright, no problem.
All right.
Speaking of muting myself, I'm just gonna go grab a drink. I'll be back in like 30 seconds, a minute max.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
I wonder if when Savage stuck his cock in there, if when he pulled it out, it was covered in sparkles.
I'm sorry. That just broke me.
You're welcome.
Oh God. Just think about all those. You think about all those sparkles. You gotta think what Stephanie's insides look like as a result.
Well, here's the thing. You know, sparkles is just like herpes. It just keeps coming back, brother.
It just keeps sticking onto you, and you can never. Okay.
God. Jesus Christ, Scarecrow. I went mute for like 5 seconds and you said that.
It just popped in my head as soon as I saw Sherry and Savage standing next
What'd I
to each
miss?
other.
Turbo, I need when you're funny, please isolate that clip.
What happened?
Can you repeat it, Scarecrow, please?
Come on, dude. Don't leave me hanging.
All I said, like right after you stepped away, I just jokingly asked Thunder if whenever he stuck his cock in Sherry, if it came out with sparkles. And then later, to build on that, I said, well, you know, sparkles is just like herpes. It keeps coming back, brother.
I think at one point I even jokingly said, "Imagine Stephanie's insides as a result."
To be fair though, that place is so big you wouldn't be able to see the sparkles.
Oh
Yeah,
my
it is.
goodness.
It's
Oh, yeah,
like
that's
the Grand Canyon.
Yeah, that's a good point. Even a 747 looks small when you're flying into the.
I'd like to
Grand
personally
Canyon.
start calling it the Black Hole Slam whenever her and Honor have sex.
Oh boy.
We are terrible people.
We are.
Yes.
We are terrible but brilliant. Awesome.
God, they haven't
Alright,
even
now I
started
have
the
to-
match yet.
Now let me mute myself. See,
Is it because we fight for our right to go
Alright.
over again?
Yes.
I'm having too much fun doing this sometimes.
That's what it's about.
Amen.
Yeah.
Hey, after all, we've already... It is episode 13. This hadn't been fun, we'd have stopped doing it a while ago.
That's a good point. It's just because we often just fuck about and make fun of
Yeah,
everything.
exactly. Here's the thing: if, as I said before, if you're looking for something more professional, if you're looking for like play-by-play and general like talking about each match as it goes on, you're in the wrong fucking place. It's not what we do. We're here to have fun. We're here to basically hang out, and watching the wrestling gives us an excuse to do that. So
Hmm.
Yeah, pretty much.
it's not like we don't talk about wrestling either. So we do. It's just a question of whether it's going to be what's currently going on screen or what's currently going on in real life in terms of wrestling.
We've had more in-depth conversations about wrestling on streams.
We do generally tend to talk about wrestling streams, don't we?
Yes.
Especially if there's
We're
just
also just
Oh,
a
yeah.
lot of really perverted bastards.
Oh, definitely.
Well, that's just Opie, though.
No, I'm pretty sure. Here's the thing. I mean, I generally tend to bring out the worst in him with that stuff myself. I think I'm
And
probably
I just
as
got
bad.
dinged again.
You just got dinged?
Just got dinged again. No, like when he went when he went mute the first time, he came back because I was saying such outrageous shit.
Hey, our fucking style of humor would probably just break Gold's mind.
It's why. I
That's-
mean, again, it's the main reason I never invited him onto the server. Again, as I said, I'll never not stop talking to Gold or anything like that. I don't want him in here just because he would not be able to handle most of the stuff that goes on in here.
He really wouldn't.
Just between me and Opie alone is bad enough. You add Thunder and it's even worse.
The honest, truthful thing is, I don't really. In a long scheme of things, I don't really have anything really against him. It's just, doesn't exactly
He's
mold
too
well.
innocent and naive.
Yep.
Yeah.
He don't want me over there anyway. I'm too profane.
Too savage for him.
Yep.
Just a little bit, but at least Paris got one up on him when he won the race drunk. I don't know if y'all saw that on CDGP last weekend.
I need to get more
what game
involved
was
with that stuff again, because I've missed doing that stuff.
Paris won Sonic Mania. He got second. He got
no,
a pick.
that was SLPH.
I know, man. Good
Oh,
lord.
Sorry, you said CGP. That was also.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, it was SLPH, but it was in the
Here's
CDGP.
the thing that I would have gotten first if I could have fucking done the race.
We know that, and that's why that win is a little tainted for Paris getting that Adventure
That's
Island
as
3.
tainted the Sonic Adventure one that Opie constantly bitches about.
That's not tainted. That was just a lapse in judgment by
And I know
Opie.
you're listening, Opie. It's still fucking funny.
And I have watched that video, and Turbo did get one up, so.
It doesn't really matter. But like I said, I will. Here's the thing. I'm just hoping I can make it back in time for the fucking Crash 2 race I'm supposed to be doing on the SLPH.
Otherwise, you be mad.
I'm just going to be
You
annoyed
very
over the fact that those are so far the only two races I was supposed to be involved in this year, and one of them I've already had to miss because of a fucking PC crash, so...
I just haven't really been involved with a lot of that stuff lately, and I kind of miss it.
To be honest with you, I haven't done many races myself. I've just had too much other shit to do in recent times.
Yeah. Bless you.
Excuse me. You've got to try and one-up me every time, haven't you?
What?
Burping.
No.
Was it the burp?
Okay.
Fuck.
That happened out of nowhere.
Fucking bear hug central right now.
Got him in the bear hug, brother. Even though I don't really like hugging people, brother.
I'm gonna be honest. I think the bear hug is the most boring looking fucking move in wrestling.
It really is, to be honest.
At least with a headlock, if you put your arms around their neck well enough, you can make it look like you're actually choking them out. This just looks so fucking boring. You've got your knees, knee him in the fucking gut or even the bollocks.
So I guess at this point, Hogan and Macho Man must have wife swapped, cause
Wouldn't surprise me.
you know who's banging who.
Again, were rumors. There were rumors.
Honestly, rumors are atypical. I mean, A lot of wild shit happened in the 80s.
How
A
wild.
lot of wild shit happened up until probably the company had to go public. I mean, we've talked about it before, but even recent years, there was a fucking threesome sex tape with Paige, Xavier Woods, and Brad Maddox a few years back.
Oh, I remember. That was when I first joined Captain's Crew. Dear Lord. That was a wonderful time to come in on. All the
God
retweeted
almighty.
videos.
Good God Almighty, she's covered in half.
Oh,
Oh, boy. Yo, Xavier, you got something to say? WrestleMania!
yeah.
That was so savage.
Didn't he say something like we're going to take a page out of somebody else's book or something? Like a nod to the woman?
Yes. But everyone was chanting for Xavier when they were the host of WrestleMania for that year, so they had to go off script to just kind of ask him what the hell's going on.
Yeah, I remember. They actually, to be fair, they actually did a good job hosting. They weren't overly intrusive on that show.
Nope. Like The Rock.
Yeah, unfortunately. Then again, that would have just been Vince booking the fucking show, but I don't know. He was just they did a bit much better. I don't necessarily think WrestleMania needs a host, to be honest. I don't think the shows in general. I don't think any wrestling show needs a host. So
Nah.
it's something that doesn't really work, as we saw during the fucking celebrity hosting Raw every week. One of the fucking worst periods of Raw in history. Those 6 months.
6 months. It felt like an eternity.
It felt
Felt like a year.
It felt like a year, but by like, let's say for argument's sake, it went on a year. I think for like the last 6 months, it wasn't every single week.
And then they said, "Hey, let's give everybody an anonymous Raw general manager." Oh wait, they don't know that. Okay, let's give them crappy Johnny Ace. Everybody. Okay, they don't want that either. All right, let's give them AJ Lee. No. Okay, we're just gonna randomly have people. That's basically what happened.
No, because
Then
AJ was after the Raw guest hosts.
No, but I mean after that they would just have random people in positions of power.
They've always done that, though. To be fair.
Yeah, but the worst booking period would be Baron Corbin. That's why they were able to just let him get booed the crap out of.
Oh, I feel sorry for the guy, because here's the thing. You know who's to blame for the fucking sagging ratings, and it wasn't Corbin. It was the fucking McMahon family who were blaming Corbin.
Who booked this crap? Oh wait, Vince.
Vince looks in the mirror. Vince McMahon, here.
I wonder how many times during the McMahon Helmsley era that Triple H would book himself one way, and then like halfway through, Vince would change the booking on him, and he wouldn't know. Wonder how many times that happened.
That wouldn't fly today.
Oh fuck no! But then again, Triple H runs the show more than I think that any of us want to admit. Even though he's
I
like
was mentioning about what was on. Mentioning about the pay-per-view.
I think Triple H may run the show itself, but I don't think he has any. Like, if Vince doesn't want something happening, Triple H can't change it. If Vince wants it to happen, it happens, and nothing's going to change that.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Do I think wrestling will be perfect if Triple H took over? No. I do think it would be a lot better than it is now, though.
Triple H would have a better shot of going head-to-head with AEW than Vince would,
Yeah.
in my personal opinion.
Here's the thing. I think a lot of people forget this with Triple H, mainly because of his connections to the McMahon family and everything, but he does generally love wrestling. He got into wrestling because he loved it, and because he still loves it. Vince has never liked wrestling. He's said this plenty of times. He's never been a wrestling fan. He was always trying to make the product more, he won't even allow it to call it sport. He always called it entertainment and stuff. He was always, even when he was on commentary, he didn't know the fucking names of moves and shit.
I remember that. Jim Ross and
Yeah.
Vince McMahon days.
Let's say with Vince, I think he does love the company, but he doesn't love the business. If that makes any sense.
That makes
No.
perfect sense.
It's
He
like
loves the
he
company.
loves the company itself. You know, he loves the fact that it's a family-owned thing, but he hates the fact it's wrestling. If that makes any sense.
Pretty much.
But he also loves the fact that he gets that money,
Oh yeah, of course.
that company money, and the private jet,
It's like I
and the
said,
beautiful women, and all that.
I just don't think he's passionate about the actual action of wrestling. He doesn't understand what wrestling fans actually want because he's not a wrestling fan. So, but Triple H is. So yeah, I think things would be better if he was just fully in charge. Not perfect, but at least better.
Yes.
And get Stephanie off creative because she's shit at it. Actually, when is that Double or Nothing AEW thing? I know it's not
May.
Is it May?
I believe it's May. It is.
AEW Double or Nothing.
May 25th.
Nice.
We'll at least watch the first one.
I may not even be able to do that, good brothers.
Why?
As much as I love wrestling, my dislike of Kenny and the Young Bucks may be enough to keep me away, unfortunately.
To be fair though, they're only in one match each. Obviously, Omega's got the match against Jericho, and I can't remember what it is the Young Bucks have got. I forgot what the card is for the most part.
Mm.
So
You know what? I will. You know what? At this point in time, it's not May yet, so I'll just wait. Let's wait on that, because it might be one of those things where that's a day I'm just laying up chilling, and I just happen to see somebody with a link or something.
Got nothing else to do. May as well stick on the wrestling.
That's what happened during Wrestle Kingdom 12. I just happened to be up because people were ringing my Twitter about it, just kind of to annoy me. And then I see that Paris is streaming at like 3 a.m, so I jumped in his stream. It works. And the last time there was a late show, Michael was streaming, and I just stayed up with him until the show started. And I don't remember
I don't think Michael stayed up. I think Michael was up. It was probably the middle of the fucking day for him.
Yeah, he was up. He just didn't have work that day.
Yeah.
Oh, well. Damn, I missed that guy.
It's just so hard to get into a fucking thing with him at the moment because of the time difference.
Mm-hmm. He's not even been around on his own server, because I'm over there too. He's not been around in a little bit. But he's doing all right.
So long as he's doing all right.
He has started playing Final Fantasy IV randomizers, though.
Oh, God, I'm sick to death of seeing that fucking game.
Why are you hating, Turbo?
I just don't...
Because me and all them do it.
I don't know, it's just... For the last 6 months, it's all everybody seems to be fucking playing is the fucking randomizers.
When you 6 months, you mean the last year,
Yeah, probably
Turbo?
last year, actually.
It started with a Link to the Past, and then it escalated to Final Fantasy IV, and now it's just terrible. Every game has a randomizer.
Just that fucking handspring bump.
Pretty much.
Yeah, it's all weird.
Hogan has the title.
No, that's not a title. That's a loaded purse.
What is it?
That's exactly what they called it, a loaded purse. Now he's got the title. Boom. And of course, we all know how this is ending, because the Hulkster never puts anyone over. Bam. 1, 2, 3. Bye-bye.
It's exactly how you expected it to be.
Alrighty, so we're done here. Posing for the next 10 minutes. What's up, guys? We're done here.
I just realized we do still have a decent couple of minutes left.
Yeah, he's gonna pose for the next 6 minutes, so we're good.
No, he's gonna beat up Sherry first, apparently.
Yikes!
Atomic drop.
Yeah, that's probably what he was doing with his penis. Never mind.
The atomic drop onto the immortal penis.
Yep. Picking her up from behind and just
All right, so
Those are some noises.
Opie, if you can hear me, start typing up your score. You know what to do, gentlemen.
I
Anybody
mean,
wanna
I
go
don't know.
first?
I don't know. Since I missed one match and it apparently was a decent match, I'd have to honestly just give this a 3.
Fair enough, Scarecrow.
Nothing that really stood out for me.
Me, I'm gonna give it a 3.5. I actually enjoyed it.
You call 3.5 enjoyment?
I mean, the last one was a 2 because it was just crap.
You do know this is out of 10, don't you?
Oh, out of 10? Sorry, I keep doing mine on a 5 scale. Okay, you know what? We're doing 10. Yeah, I'm gonna do 7 out of 10.
Really? All right. Well, like I said, the Heart Foundation versus the Brainbusters was a good match. Everything else was either mediocre or bad, though. So, I'll give it a 4.
Fair enough. I guess it's kind of rare that I'm the most negative.
Like I say, you missed the worst one.
Mm-hmm.
And Fire is still in the thing. He's getting it a 4 out of 10 as well, apparently.
I just thoroughly enjoyed it.
Nothing wrong
That's
with enjoying it. And you like the atomic drop to the immortal penis.
Of course I did.
I can't. Like I said, it's the first time I've got it up in a while. The Discord. So
Okay.
But yeah, that's Super Slam. I mean, SummerSlam
that's
'89.
SummerSlam.
And of course, we get our usual Hogan posing for like 10 years.
I'm gonna be honest here. I don't like seeing tag team matches as the main event.
Yeah.
I don't mind triple threat as long as it's for a singles title. That's fine. But I don't like seeing tag matches for some reason. They just don't do it for me in the main event. Nice.
It is what it is.
Two-parter. Good lord.
Well, next time we actually only have one more match from the one more pay per view from the '80s to do.
And that
We're
is
We're getting close.
Yep.
Almost done. Yeah.
No, we're almost
So it's
done
gonna
with
be
the '80s anyway.
Though the '90s are still going to be a bit slow to start.
Yeah.
Thankfully, though, for the first few years, we do only have still 4 pay per views per year for the most part.
Yep.
Ooh,
I think one does. I think 91. Obviously, we have we have 5 because we have this Tuesday in Texas, right after Survivor Series, which is also a pay per view. Obviously, 93 we have the introduction of the King of the Ring. 95 onwards, we obviously have the In Your House, and then the monthly pay per views from then on.
all right.
So we're gonna start off with 4, but we'll soon get to 5 for a couple of years, and then obviously it's nearly fucking every single month. For fuck's sake.
Oh man, I forgot about that. Damn.
Yeah, we've gotten through 4 years worth of pay per views. 5 years of pay per views almost in about 14 episodes by the time we're done.
Oh damn.
We're not getting out of the 90s probably until episode 100.
Well then. We gotta do something special when we make it that far.
Like I said, we don't always need a packed house for these things. We just need at least 3 to watch, in my opinion.
What I mean by something special is like, maybe we make a contribution video or something. I don't know. We'll figure it out. Because 100 episodes is a milestone. Hell, 50 is a milestone. 10 is a milestone nowadays. Jeez.
I think they fucked up a little bit there. I think Elizabeth was actually supposed to catch Sherry.
She was.
She can't even do that much.
Yeah,
It
but
is
she
what
can
it
fuck.
is.
You can fuck.
She
Oh,
just
you
stand there and look pretty, apparently.
Yep. As long as they can fuck. Excuse me. This
They
is
can
the 80s.
do
As long as
they can do the
swag,
business.
They can swag.
Vince, when you do a fucking super slow motion thing like this, the clip is only supposed to be about 10 seconds, not a fucking full minute of slow motion.
Times were different back then.
Whopper ass.
And they cut the woman's hair. And with that, and we get to see Elizabeth's nice red ass to end the show. Ladies and gentlemen.
Ladies and gentlemen.
And now it's the credits. Well, this was a shame actually. It was promising to start off with, and then it just kind of went downhill after the opening tag team match.
Yeah, you usually do that.
Yeah, well, so like I said, next time we will be doing the final pay-per-view of the 80s, the Survivor Series 1989, which will be episode 14, and then we finally get to the 90s, something we're all a bit more familiar with.
Yay! Somewhat.
Hooray.
To an extent, anyway. Still, it's still going to feel very 80s for the first 2 years, I think.
Yeah.
Alright, well, then, thank you very much for watching, people, and until next time, sayonara.
Laters.
Bye, guys.